Yeah.
Cool.
Episode 47.
Ooh, 50 is slowly approaching, and we have no plans.
We're mad.
That's always the best way to do it.
That's
Well,
You guys should just go on the road with it.
we should go on the road.
true. In fact,
Wow.
Fucked.
Wow.
Wait,
You
hold
were
on.
there.
Wait.
Whoa.
Oh, did I blow something up?
segue.
I had no idea.
Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This. Yeah.
yeah. Woo, hey.
In the building, we have Darren.
Bim.
Genevieve.
And we also have a special guest for those people who think all people with dreads look alike.
That's the thing.
It's not true.
Nah, only on Bitmojis.
Only on Bitmojis we look alike.
Yep.
Otherwise, we're
Twins.
yes.
On Snapchat. We're brothers. We're brothers. We're Reddit and we're colored. Give me a high five.
All this dread bonding, I'm left out.
And
Cut
cut.
that shit out.
Brothers.
We Reddit them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know
what are we
who
doing
are
here?
they. Yes.
Yeah.
Brother, you want to introduce yourself? I see. So, all right. Brother, you want to introduce yourself? Actually, you know what? Should we introduce? Bim, you introduce him.
Word.
Jen, you introduce him.
Chip, introduce yourself, please.
There we go.
I guess I'm back to me. I like what's happening. I see that. My name's Chip. It's a regular dude from Providence. Trying to do things that we from Providence think can be done.
Yes.
I like it.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, curator, creative, friend, mentor, father, son, cousin, brother, all the above, man.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
So, we're going to get all up in your shit
Right,
Oh.
man,
before
it's
we
all
get
good.
into the shits.
It's all out there, man. No
Yeah.
wipes.
So,
Hey.
I've seen you around the streets doing various things. So, specifically, what is it about Providence that you do, that brings light to an energy to the city?
I feel as far as myself in all the realms of my life, I have been blessed to pretty much be around a lot of the dopeness that's around there. So I feel like I see a side of Providence that a lot of people typically don't see. A lot of the jobs I've had professionally have had me being one amongst many.
Right.
And so I've seen a lot of people develop, and I just, for some reason, always is drawn to all the dope stuff. And so what a lot of people say isn't in Providence, I know it is. And I know that if we want to create this industry or this culture that we know every other capital city has, then we need to lose this mentality that you have to go somewhere else to make it. And anybody that is on their grind, you need to know that if you fall at home, you fall on pillows. If you fall abroad without practicing at home, you're gonna fall hard.
I like that saying.
You know
wow.
what I mean? And that's what it is, because you have to practice amongst love. And so and then also too in Providence, what I love about it is you don't need Google to fact check.
That's true.
We all one conversation away from being related.
That's true.
So if someone wanted to stunt and pause and do all this other stuff abroad and act like they was the dude in the hometown,
Right.
when you come back home, you're gonna get checked, and
Yeah.
that doesn't sustain a longevity of any kind of career. And so I just really believe in us. I want to be one of the people who bring that into Providence, because we don't have like a major industry. We don't have like a basketball team. We don't have a large fiduciary agent
That
that
is
can really pump into the arts. Everything's kind of grant based. And so with outcomes, the monies usually subside, or you're just doing something for an outcome.
All right.
And you have to try to get that outcome. So I want to help try to create, and me being the big homie, I feel like I have the people's trust.
Yeah.
And that's just what I want to leave my mark and my legacy.
I like it. And it's funny because I was having a conversation with someone actually on Sunday, and I was telling her about some of the things that go on in the city, and she's like, I'd rather just do whatever that equivalent is, whether it's going to a show or a concert or, just even a local play. People indulge in that in any other major city, not our own.
I'll go to Boston and take it.
Yeah,
I hate when
where-
people say that. That's,
Yeah.
that's so dumb.
Whereas you can
makes no
watch,
sense.
you can
go
like
right
I saw,
downtown.
I saw Phantom of the Opera here. I saw,
saw
The
the
Lion
Lion
King
King
when
here.
they came here.
I saw it in both places, and it was just as dope here, too.
Yeah, so it's like, why not take part in these different things in the city and local acts? Like, there are some dope folks locally. I know there's a stigma around local stuff, but there's a lot of good things going on, and you don't need to wait for somebody to blow up. You don't have to wait for the internet or radio to tell you something's hot. You can just go and check out a show and
You have an
discover
opinion.
something that you enjoy yourself.
Someone said something dope on something I posted, and he said, you're only local to the locals.
Facts. Oh, shit.
And that's what I'm pretty shout out to you. I will try to give you a credit at the break or something when I get this go. But nah, it's real, and that's what I'm trying to say. So let's think about it, all right? We're dubbed the smallest state, the smallest, but now let's make ourselves a little bigger. we are one of 50 capitals nationwide.
Facts.
Meaning that when you're in elementary school, you have to memorize Providence, Rhode Island.
Yes, yes.
So now if you are the one to be known to do something in Providence, you are that much bigger. So when people pull up to the city, what are they looking for? Where the girls at?
Right.
Where's the weed at? Where's that? Where can I go get that Spanish food at? If you're known to be a gateway to certain things, then now you are nationally known, and that's how big Providence is. Right. And when we just stop there and look at it from that scope, then we will celebrate who we are. There's not when I went to URI, and even still, how many people do you know that come from New York and come to go to J-Dub? They end up staying here.
A bunch of people.
Because it's a hustler's city,
right? But
it's wide open because none of us are trying to own the process. You know what I mean? And so I know it's beautiful, and even the shows that I curate, we could get into that a little later, but I just know it's not a dope show for Providence.
Right.
It's just a dope show, and the people that I work with, or the people that work with me, and I'm blessed to be around, they will be universally accepted once we just take that step. And there's some things that have happened in my life recently that I know that it is happening right now, and we're very comfortable with knowing that and just doing what we need to do to push that along,
Love it. There's a lot of gems in the city, man. So folks like you who help to bring more light and attention to it, man. Keep it up. Keep it up for sure.
We need it.
Yeah. So is there something that you have cooking? Something that's coming up?
Ooh.
I like cooking.
Cooking. Do you really though?
No, I just like
you really don't, right?
I just eat.
Because when we worked together, you never brought anything to work.
I made sandwiches at the store. If you make sandwiches in the back of a sneaker store,
that is something.
What is cooking involved? It's heat, fire, spices, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
but I appreciate
my sandwiches were sandwiches.
I think I have a very big appreciation for a sandwich. Like if somebody's like, I made you a sandwich, like I feel like that's almost just as much effort as cooking, because to put the ingredients together, like you have thought. I'm gonna layer.
I would have to go to Stop and Shop next door, and I would have to get the exact
all the things
number
that I
of
need.
deli meats and cheeses. I would order the meats.
Okay, you cook.
I need 7 slices of ham.
I'm about to drink some of
this. What I'm saying is, I don't cook, but I make sandwiches with love. You know what I mean? I'd be like, let me get 8 slices of turkey because I got 4 employees.
That's very specific.
You know what I'm saying?
2 for each. Yeah,
definitely.
I get it.
Yeah.
There's something to it. Something to that.
I would go to Wendy's and get a salad so I could put lettuce and shit on there. Come on now.
She would find me a lot of vegetarian-friendly, delightful
that's
entrees.
We're not even vegetarian friendly.
They cost $25 a piece, but she would find them for me, and we go make it happen. So
thoughtfulness.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, high five. Okay.
She puts the love into the food. And whatever the food is, she puts the love into it. Because we had sandwiches. Yeah, we had sandwiches from her, and they were fire.
Yeah, I get it.
Made them right there on that table.
Thank you. So fantastic.
Didn't you do like a grilled thing kind of one time? Or
I know I fried cheese back there once, but don't tell nobody.
Oh, never mind. But didn't you toast something in the toaster and then made the sandwiches? I think
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that is cooking. Okay.
Yeah, she get down with the
because it had meat in it. I wasn't able to partake in it.
Oh, that's why I don't remember saying all that.
Gotcha.
Because how do you taste the sandwiches?
People would be mad at me if I didn't.
Here we go.
Probe. How long you been a vegetarian, or are you a vegan, or which?
I have been a vegetarian for about 3 years.
3 years.
I like cheese too much to be a vegan. But I have found a vegan cheese that's amazing. But my mother's baked mac and cheese, you can't say no to it.
Come on now.
No matter what, you have to eat it. If it's there, you have to eat it. So I haven't given up cheese yet.
What prompted this change, this lifestyle change?
I
want to eat healthier.
So what happened was I actually got to a point where I was exercising very frequently. I went from cussing my friend out on the boulevard every other block to actually jogging up to 7 miles straight.
Damn.
Oh wow.
And physically, I was in shape. Actually saw something called abs for a little while. And then my ankle started hurting.
What's that? What's abs?
Abs? I don't know right now either. So remember we're twins. Remember we're twins. So we don't know now.
We don't know.
It's Thursday, Throwback Thursday. I got you, right? So I actually saw a little flex and everything. And then I was in the mall. I remember and my ankle started hurting, and I'm like, yo, I didn't play ball recently. Like, what happened? And then upon going to the doctors, after it swelled up a little bit, I found out I had gout. So then I was trying to figure out, I had given up red meat and pork at URI in 97. But then when that gout thing happened, so physically I'm at my best, but inside. So if you know anything about gout, anytime you Google what's the best stuff to eat and not eat, the list changed. So I got so sick and tired of trying to figure it out that I just took meat out of my diet. That's when I stopped drinking.
Right.
And I didn't want to, because it's so painful, I didn't want to try to figure it out.
Yeah.
And so that pretty much prompted me to kind of just go straight non-meat. So
did it work?
I really don't have any gout outbreaks anymore.
Wow. So somewhere in that alcohol meets somewhere in there.
Yeah, because it's like there's it's about the buildup of uric acid in
Okay.
your body, and then when it builds up to a certain point, it crystallizes and forms in your joints.
Mm.
And it's like it's the worst pain. Like literally like just having your foot elevated, the gravity hurts.
Wow.
And
sounds
it's just
painful.
it's not fun.
Wow.
And just knowing that that's what it could be just from about your food choice, I just chose not to. But I did get out of my routine of exercising.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get back in that. But that's the long and short about the lifestyle choice.
How difficult was that transition? Even though it was for health reasons, like
It wasn't really hard because initially I just stopped eating because you could not eat meat but not really eat vegetables. So you get what I'm saying? So even though the transition happened, I wasn't really eating the best. And then I had to then that's when I had to just check myself too. And so now I'm trying to make an effort to eat what I need to eat, drink the water and everything. Right. But as far as with the and it happened while I was up. I don't know if you know the boxer Boo Boo Andre.
Yeah.
Demetrius.
Yeah,
so when Boo Boo had the A-Team lounge, I was helping him manage it. So now think about this. Like I'm drinking Douce every night. Yeah. We're eating wings every night. Yeah. So it's like it happened in the height of that. And then I just stopped. So, like, if you could stop, it's one thing to say I don't drink, but if you don't drink amongst drinkers, you really stop drinking.
Right, and the scene just looks completely different to you.
So what, and to just kind of, like, keep that fix of having something in your hand, I just, like, do the cranberry juice. Yeah. Because, you're in the club. If you have nothing in your hand, you just
Somebody's
go
gonna
home.
come up, whoa, you don't want nothing to drink? Well, let me get you a drink. They're going to keep pestering it.
Oh, yo, but when I tell them what I want to drink, if I say cranberry juice, they laugh.
They
and
just walk away.
Nah, man, I can't get you that. So then I'd be like, yo, Jim, what you want? Yo, give me some Henny. Yeah, Jim, here you go. You know, then you got to time it so you got to fake sip.
Right, exactly.
And then you just hand it off. But so it's possible to be in the midst of the nightlife, to be in the midst as a promoter, whatever I'm labeled at these days, to kind of just choose your health. You know what I mean? And you have to, when you get older, things naturally happen.
It's true.
And you got to get ahead of it. So I'm just trying to get ahead of it.
It's good that you went into to get it checked out, because I think we talked about health in black males at some point, right? But me, if I felt something, I'd be like, damn, I'm just old, and not even bother to get it checked out. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe just play it off. And
we're not really a lot of times proactive with that. You just feel like you could sleep it off and so on.
It's fine.
And you know what I'm big on is at least getting the diagnosis. And then you can figure out how you want to attack it.
Right.
So they might diagnose you with something to give you a bunch of pills. Then you do your research.
Right.
And you could choose, okay, I might need to eat more red fruits. And then you just do that. Right. And then try to find that balance. So that's what I'm big on. Doctor, what's wrong with me? All right, cool. Might not fill this prescription, but I'm going to go this way.
Word.
Just because I know the nature of what I do, just on working and then the nightlife, like, it's high energy. And even I'm curating shows and everything, you're dealing with a lot of personalities. I mean, even Jen, I wanted to rest on the ride up here. What happened?
You got a phone call.
I got a phone call, and then I'm talking, and I'm like having heart palpitations during it, just because it's just a lot of energy.
Is it for the upcoming?
It's for something else. I stepped away from the nightlife, but I'm gonna jump back into it. So I do this thing called Just Because Tuesdays. Okay. And it's gonna be held at Vivix. Originally, the concept was I was working at the Institute of Nonviolence. Co-worker wanted to do a charity event. She got shot at.
Wow.
So she couldn't. Shout out to Melissa, DeRosa. She got shot at, and then she didn't feel safe enough to handle her event. Damn. So I said, let's use my logo, my imprint to push the fundraiser, and we had it at Boat Lounge.
Because
and
it
was
and you're out there. And
pretty much, and so we did it, and then the owner, Miguel, said, "Yo, Chip, I've never had this many people here on a Tuesday. Do you want to keep doing it?" And I said, "No." And he goes, he said, "Why?" I said, "Yo, because I don't want to be anywhere." Once a week. I don't want to come to the same place. Then he was like, well, think about it. I talked to my brother, DJ Franchise.
Hey,
then
what
up? I was talking to Nice Hits, and then we made it happen, and it felt like it felt like a weekend on a Tuesday. And Bub, do you know Bub Juan Carter? I don't know if you know Bub, but Bub, he's known around, and when I was talking to him at work about it, I was like, should I do it? He's like, yeah, do it. And he goes, just because. I said,
yeah, there you go.
And then that became Just Because Tuesdays, and obviously I told him I only wanted to do it if I could keep that charity aspect.
I love it.
So what we would do is we would have the music playing, everything. Then at midnight, I would take my shoes off. Yes, I did. My stand socks.
Hippie.
Yep. And I would stand on top of a long chair. And I would tell everybody right now, we're going to have a raffle. You could give me anything from 25 cents to $25. And the tickets is going to get you free, like a chance to win some Chip Doug merch. Some of my artist friends would like give me some of their paintings or what they had going on. And we'd raffle it off. And then whatever I got, I would just hand that money to the person who I had talked to previous about just trying to help them. Because, you know, like if you're going through an ailment and you have high bills, usually money comes in for the bills. But you deserve to go to the movies. Right. You deserve to have a pizza.
Right. You gotta live your life.
So
like,
have a life.
Live. Yeah. And so my whole thing is like, if I could put like $200 in your pocket just off good nature, because I mean, people are spending money, they're tipping it. We're here, but and that's how. And we did it for. I was there for a couple months and we raised over $2,000 for the community. It was dope and it just felt good. And then in turn, I'm not dumb. The business now has an imprint that they could use for the times they're in front of the Court of Appeals or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Hey,
we did this for
like, wait, I did that. Okay, but it just felt good, and so I just felt that need to do it again. So at Vivek's Lounge is a new lounge restaurant that opened up on Broad Street.
Broad.
It's banging too. You don't even feel like you're in Broad.
I was gonna say because I usually avoid.
Yeah, nah,
it's on the other end. It's next to Expressions. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's dope. It's like dope, and so it's a new restaurant / lounge. The owners, my people, and so I brought the idea to her and said, "Can I bring this to you?" And so just off the conversation I was on, it's looking like January 29th.
Okay.
We're going to bring back Just Because Tuesdays.
There you go.
And we're going to help a young man in his search for a bone marrow transplant.
Wow.
Because he's living with sickle cell. So we'll do that. We'll auction out art. And my goal is to give him dap at the end of the night and him look down at a couple $100.
Wow. Hey. For that cause, I'll go out on a Tuesday. Real talk.
Word.
I don't even like going out, but I'll go out for that.
And it's funny, just vibes they have at restaurants. So that's that's the nature of that. As far as what's coming up next this Saturday, I have an imprint called ESTRO.
Okay, tell us, because this might be another thing I go out for if you can sell it to me.
I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, so let me just tell you this. All right, anything I have my logo on, I do it from the vantage point of the receiver, the audience.
Yes.
All right. So there's a formula to what I do. People put shows on. They get so excited they have an opportunity. They put 15 of their friends.
Right.
You go for one of them. You done sat through 12 people. You're tired. Your friend said, "How did I do?" You're like, "I wasn't even there, bro. Right. I left." Yeah. So you have to be smart and calculated to just know that you are preparing and curating an event for everyone in the audience.
Right.
And even the set times have to be respectful for the listener. You know what I mean? Because you might have someone that never goes out. And so my goal is to give you enough show for you to want more, but just know that, oh shoot, it's midnight and I'm still here. Turn up. You know what I mean? And so ESTRO, I was working at my job Expressions. A young lady by the name of Nikova was working there. And we're just working and everything, and this is how my life is. We're talking and she just like, yeah, I sing. And I was like, "You sing?"
You do?
Yeah, you do. And then she's like, "Yeah, and I know a whole bunch of dope women that sing too." And she's talking, and I just go, "You want to do a show?"
Just like that?
Yeah,
let's do a show.
Just like that. And she's like, "For real?" Because, I mean, my social capital and my grind affords me different connections and opportunities. Maybe less price, just good capital chip, it's safe. So it's usually
he
a
definitely
win-win.
got me to be able to get a parking spot just now. I'm not gonna lie. I went to Cecilia's to get a slice, right? And you know how there's a spot next door and it says, because anyone who's listening who's like, "Oh no, Chip shit's talking that Chip shit," like, no, for real. The valet spot, and they was like, "You can't park here, valet." And I pulled up and I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna let me go. I get out the car, dude pulls up. He's like, "You going to the lounge?" I'm like, "No, I'm getting a slice." He's like, "No, you gotta move." Chip opens the door. He's like, "Come on, she's getting a slice." He's like, "Oh, my bad. Yeah, go ahead." I'm like, what the fuck?
Like that?
Oh, why'd you tell me, sir?
I was like, "Yo, Kev, come on." Yeah, you're good.
Hey.
Yeah, but no, but it's like, and I don't talk what I can't do, and I won't do what I can't talk. It's just what it is. Like, you build, when you're consistent, bro, and I don't even consider anybody haters. Like, everyone has their opinion, word.
Right.
Like, for me to give you the title of being a hater, I gotta actually care and give you that energy. You don't affect what I do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, from the hater to Donald Trump, no one's stopping me from being me.
Sure enough.
I'm the only one that's gonna stop. So I don't get caught up in the rhetoric. I don't get caught up in the isms. I don't get caught up. I understand what exists, but it doesn't stop me. You know what I mean? And that's how you remix the revolution. You get what I'm saying? So ESTRO, so when she said, she's like, "Let's do a show," and I'm like, "For real?" So she gave me a couple names. I started doing what I did, and so I was like, "Yo, hey, let's do a show featuring some powerful woman called ESTRO, short for estrogen." And I'd say that it's a show.
I definitely didn't get that.
A show. Word. So if you look on the flyer,
I've seen the flyer,
but look at the O.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, you're right. Nope, still didn't.
Yeah, so that's it. And it's kind of like
uterus?
it's a female condom, Jen.
Come on, Jen. Oh, well, he didn't show it to me, guys.
Well, you just posted it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
She's like,
delete that.
Yeah. I posted it, but I didn't
be looking at stuff.
Nah, but so see, and now we are enlightened. But yeah, so pretty much, and that's something I feel like comes quick to me. Ideas. I'm an idea guy. Boom.
Right.
So I was just like, let's have a show called ESTRO. Then I hit my flyer guy and I told him what I want. I want an ESTRO. I want the O to be the symbol. And I had to research which symbol was the right symbol.
You know what's
You don't pay attention to these things. I'm like,
is it the one with the arrow?
I feel like this is us.
Yeah,
and the V is them. So
Hey.
I was wrong. It was the opposite.
I would have been just as wrong.
Exactly. So yeah. So ESTRO, short for estrogen, and I say it's not like, so it's a show that happens to feature women. I don't want people to think that it's a subset.
Right.
Like we had to have a lesser than show. I wanted to show that the sole focus was these dope women who are going to bear their souls and their talents to you. And then I really even tried to get a female DJ. At that time, the person was booked.
Okay.
And so I went with Cam Bells, who was just as in tune, and his vibe is always dope because he knows neo soul.
Shout out to him, yeah.
So even when you're the DJ and the music leading up to ESTRO, like you're hearing more of the Erykah Badu's, the Alicia Keys, the Mary J.
Sounds like my vibe a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're hearing more.
You selling me, dog.
You're hearing more of that. Like no one's twerking.
Word,
it's just
word,
a vibe.
word.
And so. Yeah, so we booked it. We had the first show, and it was amazing, like legit.
When was
Goosebumps.
the first show?
It was last January, I believe.
Oh shit! Okay.
And so, yeah, and it's a vibe. Like you get goosebumps. You with the voices you hear, amazing. It's top tier notch talent. And I think even people, other curators who came to my shows were like, "Yo, bro, like this is such a complete show." I was in awe because like I don't put people on shows just because you're my friend.
Right.
You got to be talented. Yeah, I mean, if anything, like, and at the same time, I don't act like I'm anybody. So I don't even be like, if it's a Chip Duck show. No, like I have a musical ear and it just has to make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you have to bring something to it. And so the first ESTRO was amazing. The second one, my boy Josh Brew joined it and he was drumming live.
Hey, I know Josh.
To play off. So he's playing off a Cam, drumming live. And then we added a poet to that night. And so now we have the third installment, which is this Saturday. And it's just dope. And we have an artist. And so we have, who do we have? So we have Tiff. We have T. Renee, who's amazing. So she's going to do a little poetry, acting, and singing. We have Brooksana, whose voice is angelic. We have Karina Tuze, who's just, you get chills when she opens her mouth and sings. Then we have Storm Ford, who's a music, and all these women, they're also songwriters too.
Oh, really?
So most of them,
their material.
So most of them is their material and
Wow.
their experiences. And Storm plays the guitar while she's singing, and she's telling you her story. And then I'm pleased to have Raish, who is also, she's a recent signee to Atlanta Records.
She just was on Franchise, right? Was that
Yep,
her?
yep.
Okay. Yeah,
So Raish is she's from Winston, Mass, but she's relocated to Providence, and for like the last 4 years, Providence has been her home to support her teams here. She's been between, I think, Carolina, Atlanta, and Providence. Well, she reps Providence, but she's from Winston, Mass, and she actually is,
Like
her
that?
music is like. Her voice alone, like you're thinking Amy Winehouse, Lana Del Rey. You're just thinking some otherworldly stuff, and her voice is such a powerful instrument. And so she was signed to Atlantic Records recently. My cousin Khalid is her management / production team.
Right.
So, but you know this thing when you're signed to records, we think everything's lit, but I mean they have their own calendar.
Right.
And so
you're like at the end.
Yeah. So pretty much, if something happened in December and the next thing you're supposed to do is in January, you home.
Right.
Unless you just, until that buzz creates, you know what I mean? So, her management team, Khalid, Madison, Lana, Alyssa, they reached out to me and was just like, before her single comes out, can you just help us connect her to Providence? Because you are Providence.
Yeah.
And so right away, like, I'm like, hold up, what's really happening? like, hold up. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hold up. And I'm thinking more so that the Brooksanas, the Karinas, the Storm Fords have this opportunity to put this on the resume.
Right.
And no disrespect, not that they're going to be an undercard, but that they could share a stage forever with a recording artist.
Right.
And then if the people that see the recap and see the videos, now you see what I'm doing. It's never about me. The sums of the parts always make the whole.
Love it.
I'm just very blessed to have the kind of like the position I have on to bring the stage. And so and shout out to Fett, because Fett has treated me like family.
So it'd be a Fett this Saturday?
Yeah, Fett in the lounge. And so pretty much once they said that, like, you know how you kind of got to fake like you don't have a plan?
Yeah.
I was like, Yeah, I'll get back to you. I got you. No, let me figure out, bro. I hit up. This is a Plug podcast. I hit a Business Soul podcast. I hit up Spark Up PVD right off the bat. I sat there. We started working on. We booked her to perform at the mayor's New Year's Eve event. Yep. We also orchestrated her own night at Vivek's, where it was a night with Raish, and then she's also doing ESTRO. Damn. And so just like that in a month's time, and then I think her camp also saw the genuineness of myself and that it was real. Like, and I'm not even trying to benefit off you because I truly believe that no one can do more for Chip than Chip can do for Chip. Right. If I don't believe and I don't grind harder for myself and I'm waiting for someone else to do it, then I'm failing myself. You know what I'm saying? Hope is a concept I don't rock with. It's faith because with faith comes a work. And that's in the Bible. You know what I mean? Wow. So it's like,
look at Darren.
Darren's like, I want to kiss you.
I am enlightened, man. Like,
nah, but for real,
I'm over here.
You can't.
Yo,
you can't put your grind in someone else's hand,
it's
bro.
Facts, though.
Yo, my third eye is slowly opening. It's just like,
I'll come back. I'll you remind, bro. I believe in the number 3 wholeheartedly. The power 3 is very. Is number. And I am, my government's name Reuben Tillman III, so I am 3. And so I mean, that's a whole nother level. If you look in the Bible, the number 3 was used for emphasis. So like that verse, woe, woe, woe to you unfaithful. That's the emphasis. You say it twice. It might have been a mistake. You say it 4 times, overkill. 3, Trinity, triangle, trimesses. 3's of a kind, 3 in a row. Like, yo, bro, it's real.
It's like here.
Yo, I got 3 tatted on me. That's where we're at with it, right?
Yeah.
So let's get back to Rage, right?
Yo, we going there, dog.
Yeah.
Get your black soap, Darren.
Word.
This dope.
Nah, bro, it's real, and if you just understand life and you just understand what you're told not to usually is what you should be doing. It's just counterproductive for commerce, but that's another story for another podcast, right? So so now
Chip
you
needs
got
a podcast. I'm feeling something, but
so now you got now this whole opportunity with Raish, and like she is such a sweetheart. Her family's so dope, and they're very like they're not caught up in the sauce.
Right.
Like the deal happened and it's dope, but she's her and she's humble and she's spiritual and she's dope. So ESTRO is going to be the culmination, I feel, of my grind, what we've been doing. And now even that, when you see how busy I was able to take somebody within divine providence. Right. Because regardless, people cannot deny what happened in Providence to somebody. If I had did that, what we talked about earlier, and went to L.A., I grew up with the Alorza. I can't create that relationship I have where I could walk into the Department of Art and Cultural Tourism and go, hey, what's up? Hug Lizzie and go, yo, so I got this artist named Rachel I'm working with. Are there any dates you got?
Yeah, don't work that way anywhere else.
New Year's Eve. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand, that they're overseeing. And so it's kind of like I have that relationship and I protect that relationship. And so so Rach, her last song, Complicated, dropped. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. The visuals crazy. It's nuts. Like, and when you hear it, you're gonna go, woof. I already know because I know. I know. And so ESTRO, this Saturday, Rach will be performing, and it's gonna be just nice to see the young ladies that are still trying to find their voices and find their hustle and their grind to have this moment.
What time is the show?
Doors at 8. Show starts at 9. Latest I'll start is 9:40. I always because once it starts, it's continuous. Right. So I always want to make sure that the crowd is. But even before it starts, Nicolette Russell, she's going to have a table of art for sale. Okay. And then I'm going to have some merch. And so you're going to be able to interact with people. Good.
My brother, he actually had, my brother Henny. Shout out to Shen. What up, brother? He has one of your shirts.
He bought me one.
Yeah. Oh, he bought you one that time too? Yeah, man. I was like, that shit fire, dog. Every time I go to Vegas.
Providence.
Yeah, he's rocking it out west. I'm like,
that's dope.
Man, I want one.
Yeah. And that, you see, so the level up is happening where up to this point, so I've gotten rid of over 1,000 shirts in Providence with no website. Wow. And I like the hand-to-hand because it allowed me to know your story. Right. Yeah. So, for example, let's say I meet you by a shirt. You're like, yo, Chip, my wife needs a pink pick from France. I'll be like, I don't have that. But then if I come across it, like I got one of those brains where like, if I don't need it, I don't need it. But the minute I need it, it's like forefront. Right. So then I could go, well, you know what? Guess what, bro? I found this pink pick from France. You can still need it. So that connectivity I had with the hand-to-hand exchange allowed me to meet people and maybe see what I could do with my network to help them eventually. But now because it's getting real and it's leveling up, I will be dropping my website. I'm just a perfectionist that I don't – it has to be right. Yeah, like the way I want my website is, I want you to like literally see a picture of me and you have to like tap here, and then you go fast forward
See,
into like a tunnel.
into the third eye.
The third eye.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Into the cerebral cortex.
So
you know what I'm saying, Jen?
so I need some.
Just
so
like, no.
I didn't want to go that basic route and wait. I
Right.
want to meet that person
Got
that's
it.
gonna bring me there the first time.
Yeah.
And so now I'm thinking, well, maybe I need to start a little basic and build it, just
Yeah.
at least for that. So, because I got to learn the business too.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? But yeah, so that's kind of a little bit what it is, man. And it's just like, this is my passion. I know why I was created, bro. Like, I know.
You know your
why.
purpose.
I know, bro. I know my purpose. I know I can do it because I feel like when people get with me is a genuine person that's not trying to take what you do.
Right.
So if I was to create a record label, the deals will probably be more artist favor because I feel like if I need money, I'm going to sell more merch. Think about
Right.
it. You just told me you can't buy a shirt until I'm ready.
Right.
That's not good business. But I'm okay with that because I never aspired to be a clothing brand. It was more merch as a result of the hustle.
Right.
So I know that if I want to get to my millions, I got more I need to do in my world. So I'm not worried about trying to capitalize off of your talent. 'Cause
Sweat
You're the
off of
talent.
somebody else's
You're the
back.
singer.
Right.
You're the one that puts in the work. Why should I act like it needs to be 80-20 my way? You feel what I'm saying? So it might be more like 40-60 your way. I'll grind, but like at the same time, I want people around me that's going to do the work too.
Right.
I don't want to be. I got 2 kids. I don't want to be adopting kids and someone really like, so when we gonna release a song? Like, nah, bro, you need to figure out yourself. So that's pretty much where it's at. So because I want to start pouring more of myself into that,
Right.
now the website has to happen, but because with that, it's gonna come some energy to maintain it.
Absolutely.
And to get with the supply and demand. So, but I've been blessed that, I mean, for people to even want your stuff, like you can't. Like my first shirt was like in 2011. For like 7 years later, people are still excited and like legit, like people are wearing it on a regular basis because I don't see it because I'm always where I'm at. So people say they see it, I don't see it, so I always feel like I got more work to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'd never get mad if someone doesn't want it. I respect Nike. I don't have Nike product. So if you don't want a Chip Dog shirt, if it ain't for you, it's cool. Pull up to my show. Just give me a hug.
Yeah.
That's contributing to the brand. That's contributing. Give me a dab. Just say, yo, bro, I appreciate what you're doing, even if I don't like it. Like, we get caught up in figuring that when people have a preference that they're hating. No, like,
That's so
I
true.
might not like your style, but I respect your grind, and that's 2 different things. Because, yo, my DM has a lot of, can I perform? I get that a lot, and it's kind of like, it's more about, bro, have you even come to one of my $5 shows, one of my free shows?
You know what
to
I'm
even,
about. Yeah.
You know where I'm at. I posted, have you even come to give me a little bit of you, and then even find out if I'm right for you?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? People look at the
get on.
results. They fall in love with the results, and that's not
like,
smart,
no,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of $5 show free show, how much is the show on Saturday?
So it's $5.
That's it?
And advance tickets, $10 at the door. So I got tickets on me now.
Look, man, hold on. Let me cash app you or something.
Yeah, so-
$5.
Because you know
I can't
what?
deny
Honestly,
that.
bro, I understand. It's kind of like, you know how when people just give out their mixtapes at first,
Yeah.
they know they're platinum artists in the head? I didn't want this, the first phase of what I do, I didn't want there to be a financial barrier.
Oh, yeah.
And $5 is a lot to some people, and I don't want to discredit. I'm at the point now where I understand it's a $50 show, bro. You know what I mean? But now it's going to be more like those prices I had before. You could get them advanced because I'm still like an entrepreneur. That helps me with the budget. That helps me know what I can do and pour into the show. But now it's like it's going to be more at the door, and I had to talk to a couple of people to even feel comfortable with that. I talked to Jen.
I believe it.
I said, "Yo, Jen." I
that's
said, Jen, I'm thinking about making the tickets $10. What do you think? She goes, people pay $10 for a Hennessy shot. I said, word.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
So that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So even this, like that's what you're supposed to do. Like I'm pouring on my friends. I'm pouring on real people and my resources because I was feeling guilty to even up the price. You know what I mean? But you kind of gotta lose some of that. And then Jen let me know that, bro, get yours. Like you deserve it.
Yeah.
plus
Your heart is pure, man. I like
the
that.
Providence mentality too is if something doesn't cost a lot, it's not worth nothing. Which is
crazy.
It's crazy as fuck, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Like
crazy.
they won't go to something
thought
unless
about
it's
that,
expensive.
It's true.
I didn't even do it.
It's
People ain't come to my show because it's cheap. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have VIP sections? They don't got bottles? What? Come
That's
on.
just whack. You know, because
They don't have hookah.
Right. People in Providence like to do this.
Come suck your life away.
People like to do this stunt thing. So it's like if you sell somebody something and you don't sell it for a high price, they don't want it. It's like weird because it's like this thing has a lot of value to it, and you're getting a value for a lower price. So just be appreciative and take advantage.
Those are like the same people that will come up to you and be like, "Oh, I can't get something else for a deal." Or something
right.
like that.
Same
It's like,
exact
why?
people.
Yeah, it's like
Same exact
why?
people.
I'm giving you a deal.
Like they'll go to your $20 show and be like, I can't get in for $10 though. But if you have a $10 show, they're like, it's
it's only $10. Yeah,
tell them suckers, Jen.
I mean, I don't say much, but I say much.
I'm not worried about that, but it's been a low price because even the guy at FET, he was like, yo, Chip, I know you're not even trying to make money. And I'm thinking, why you say that? Because he's like, yo, you put on this event because that's ESTRO, but when Stars Align, show, I don't know if you heard of that. From 8 to 10:30 is a flat out art show with Campbell's and Nice Hits playing that same neo groove. Then at 10:30, 11 starts the actual concert aspect while the art starts still going for artists doing live painting. Like people literally walk in and go, what the F? I always get a "This is Providence," and I'm like, I've been telling you. And so
I love that.
So now my level up is this, and this is my gospel at my shows. Yo, y'all wake up. What do? We get a phone. Y'all check World Star. Y'all check, see what Kanye's doing. Y'all check, y'all don't need to see what Chip's doing. Because this is real. You ain't going to fly to California and get involved with what Kanye's doing. You just going to get involved with some gossip. You're going to just get involved with some gossip that has nothing to do and won't change your life. And your kids still might be hungry, but you all caught up in social media and on Facebook arguing with people that you ain't going to see or cut off some friendships from arguments. Yo, what's real? Chip Doug's real. There's a dope show happening. At least just peek in and see if it just falls into what you're doing versus always trying to get caught up in these other narratives. So my whole thing is now, let's be more intentional in supporting each other and visually supporting each other so that everyone can see through our networks what we are creating because the dope shit is in Providence. And if you don't believe anything, anything my logo's attached to, just trust me, I'm a curator with a very creative and distinct eye. If you see my logo on it, you will walk away at least not enjoying yourself. Because I try to hit you over so many different aspects, you feel me?
I'm going to put my friends on the spot.
Oh, boy.
Me and him?
Yeah.
Or just him?
You know my friend?
All right.
She almost wanted to say no.
Take a sip.
She almost wanted to say no with me on Saturday.
I'll go with you.
Your wife's going into labor on Saturday, though. I called it.
No, she's not going to labor on Saturday.
I called it.
She's been due since last Thursday.
She's been due since last week, and she's still going.
Let me tell you.
She's 7 days overdue. Saturday's the day.
I looked at her when I was upstairs.
You saw it in her face?
I seen it.
Yeah, you saw misery.
So you're going to be...
Hold up.
Done.
The water that dropped on me. Yo, we might need to go upstairs, bro.
No.
Is that what I came for?
No.
Can you imagine?
How disturbing would that be?
Oh, reborn.
The fridge is right there. No, the fridge is over there.
Well, she's just standing in front of the fridge.
That's hilarious.
Yo, so no. Yes, for those who know my wife, she's still super pregnant. This child is not moving. Yeah, her water did not break.
Just dating forever.
Gotcha.
Yeah, word.
So yeah, Saturday might be your day. You're right, Ben.
I think, look, man, my spirit told me I'm Nigerian. You know what I mean? Some of us talk to us sometimes. So, Saturday.
What time?
So
No, because I might have to DJ.
Doors at 8, shows starts at 9.
What time the show wrap up? Is it till 1 o'clock?
Oh, so pretty much how it goes is the first 3 sets are 10 minutes apiece. Then it goes 15 minutes, and then it's rate, which will probably be a 20. So it's a quick show.
Okay.
Once again, because
I don't want to miss the show.
Yeah, and also too because like I said, we need to hit you hard and want you wanting more. And honestly, after a certain while, stuff just gets, no matter how dope you are, unless it's like a major concert and we could sing along. Because think about it, most of these shows, you don't know the words, so you're not singing along. Yeah. But I do see people's eyes and I can show you, man, like when people like, I'm captured. Yeah. Shows I put together, bro, I literally wanted to be in the audience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know even when I know what's about to happen, bro, like, it's just so much fun. Man.
This guy's smart because I've literally never heard a promoter or a curator or anyone who put together a show say that they understand that people in attendance probably don't know 99.9% of the songs that are being performed. So to tailor a show around knowing that already, you stand out, to me at least, because that's something.
And the people that I appreciate it, and the people that perform, I let them know, like, there's one artist, Trav Black. He's an alien. He's so good. And his freestyle ability is impeccable. But we talk about these with the brother, so the ones that are close knit with me, we have these conversations like, yo, how can we be more intentional? Because I said I come from the era where you told the crowd what you're about to say, and you say, yo, when I get to the chorus, y'all say this. Right. All right, drop that beat. Right. These kids don't do it anymore. They just come out and turn up.
No participation.
And then wondering, and then also too, what I started, and I'm gonna give you guys a gym. If I see it replicated, I'm not mad. You thank me later. What I did in my last show is Leaders of the New School. That's my imprint, which is basically hip hop.
Yep.
So and shout out to, the Leaders New School, but it's called Leaders New School, but it's a play on the words, but it's because these guys that I believe in are the future. And so what I did in this last show, me and my brother Scribe, before the show, we're talking, we're like, yo, the conversation was, and this is no shade to anybody, but what is more valuable for a Providence artist, a show at the Strand or a Chip Douglas show? And we really had this conversation because at the Strand and at these big venues, you perform, but they came to see a Boogie, not you.
Exactly.
So sometimes you might even say in the Strand's business model is to give you the show.
Right.
And then so if people, however, they book themselves to opening up, it's on you to create that buzz. Previous, whether you do your own flyers that A Boogie never sees or whatever, or you go out there and you do but there's always this thing where we see this disconnect that after you get out the stage, the audience is still drinking, waiting for the main.
Right.
Whereas, although my shows definitely don't, I will get there one. I will get there. But right now, we're not doing those numbers, but as a personal interaction. So he said when he did my shows, he just knew that he walked off with more connection and just benefited him more because there was people, he literally said, if Chip Doug says that you're dope, people just believe it. So then strangers heard him, and then that led to more supporters. I don't like the word followers, more supporters. You feel what I'm saying? And so after having that conversation, you have to apply the lessons and all the wisdom you just gained, right?
Word.
The last show, what I did is, right before the artist came on, I said, everyone pull out your phone. I need you to go on IG now. I need you to add the next upcoming artist. And I'm going to have him read off a name. Whoever added him first, I'm going to have him read off the name, and you get free merch.
Oh. See? That's how you do it.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
and so what happens, so I have these Chip Doug Do More cups. I mean, I know what I paid for them.
Hold on, sorry, I'm dumb. What's what cup?
So I have a logo and an imprint as one of my merches. It's a shirt. It says "Do More." So you see?
It literally says "Do More."
So it says "Do More," but the O is the logo.
Okay.
So pretty much, I made cups. On one side of it has a logo. On the other side it says "Do More."
Gotcha.
And so pretty much, I had them for sale for the night, but based on after he performed, he would announce after he performed, so we generate the buzz.
Love that.
So he would read out the name and the person who won it. I'd have them pick up something from my table. And so at the end of that show, every artist said, "Yo, Chip, this was the most supporters I ever got after a show." And these are people who one of them, Cash Sinatra. He was on Sway.
Oh, word.
I could show you the footage.
Oh,
he was on BET Jams. So you're telling me that because no one's being intentional, no one's building the masses, but at the same time, that was derived from a conversation I had with a fellow creative.
So smart. I love that.
You get what I'm saying? And so that's what we're bringing. So on Saturday, we're gonna do the same thing.
Hey, I'm in there.
Because sorry to interrupt. It's excellent use of the platform.
Yeah, for
sure. He built a platform, and then he's using it and almost exploiting it to the max.
What is it for?
And it's,
you know what I mean?
It's amazing.
You know what's amazing to me? The fact that you would book yourself to DJ, knowing that your wife is 9 days overdue.
Look at him.
She ain't coming. The baby ain't being born.
He seems so sure.
He's not coming. He's not coming until next week.
Do you want to name? Do you want to name your baby Delari? Do you want that to happen?
Right.
Like, what if he does or she does come? Because
then I gotta leave the gig.
And that's gonna suck for the gig people.
So okay, wait. Okay, let's.
He's
gonna call me.
No, he gotta play the playlist and walk away slowly.
I'll be back. I'll be back real quick.
Peter Griffin walk in the bushes.
So it was a last minute gig. Actually, her brother is the one who asked if we could do it together.
Okay.
So I said, sure. Just know I might disappear if it comes down to it. But he's not coming out until next week. Call it.
You calling it? You say he.
He, she.
I'm about to say if you know something.
Hey, he was doing a lot of this tapping. He knows.
He knows.
I am not gonna ask him. He might come on Friday, but it's not Saturday.
So Chip, excellent content you're giving us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be there for sure. I'm gonna check the show. So if I want to get a ticket, or if other people want to get a ticket in advance,
you just gotta hit me up, yo.
So hit you. So I can get one as soon as we're done recording. I
brought them with me.
You take Cash App and all that.
I prefer not to, but I will only because.
Who got cash? There you got cash.
I got cash.
I got no cash.
There we go.
That Cash App. Once I start swiping, man, I'm not good with swiping. I need to see the hardcore physical money.
I feel you.
And then that way I know not to spend it.
Bad. So if anyone is interested,
yes,
that's true.
We'll do it again with the socials at the end. But how can they contact you?
You could text me.
You gonna put your number out there?
I don't care what's on flyers, man. I know how to curb people.
Let the people
know. I give them the who's this first. You know what I mean? 1-401-332-3354. Chip _DOUG on Instagram. Facebook's at 5,000. Can't add. Snapchat chip.doug.
Love it.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
Yes.
What's Saturday's date?
12th.
Yes.
January
The 12th. January 12th. ESTRO.
You will be wild.
Fat.
You will leave there saying this is in Providence, and these women are amazing. And it's just one of the imprints, man. Like I do 2 Win Stars Align, 2 Estros, 2 Leaders in the New School, PVD Fest, and then I have another imprint called Momentum, and that's just if someone comes up to me and goes, "Yo," and I think they're dope. It's just kind of like a sporadic thing to kind of keep the vibe going through the year. So and then whatever this relationship with Atlantic/Rach/DD leads to, I know I'm ready for it, bro. So
love it. I don't know if you knew this, but Darren's also a singer. He used to sing bass in a barbershop quartet.
He still sings bass. in the after work quartet.
I heard the Nigerian Christmas carols.
Oh, that was great. That was us.
I heard those.
We're a very musical podcast.
I mean, you know,
but Darren's the real singer.
he is.
Yeah,
He's the guy from Boyz II Men with the cane.
that's me too, bass. Yo, come on, bro, you gotta give me a high five. Because it's just
I'm not
like,
leave you hanging, bro.
so everyone goes like lonely, you just go lonely.
See,
You go, yeah, baby, I am lonely. I feel hurt too. I feel pain. And then like every now and then you just go, yo, that's amazing. That's me. Let's get it.
See, own it, Darren.
Yeah,
Own it.
be proud.
There is a role for you.
Be
That's
proud.
even more than Michelle did in Destiny's Child.
Wow.
So,
Poor Michelle. She fell for all of this.
to bring it back around, I've been selling shoes for a long time. You've been selling shoes for a long time, right?
Pretty much since 99.
Right.
Uh-oh.
So if somebody's coming to buy Tim's, let's say they're buying it for a friend or whatever, and they say, "Oh, he wears a 10.5, 11." What do we tell them?
They run a little big. You got to go a size down at least.
Yeah.
Thank you. My dumb ass bought myself my first pair of Tim's.
Oh, God.
And I bought them my exact size. No, I've been telling people this for the last decade. You get them a size down.
You need to come back. Because
I
every Friday,
knew
just
it.
come visit me.
I
Just stay
bought
with me
the
in the
shoes
store.
and I went in the back. I grabbed them myself and
You're
I
a
said,
damn fool.
I said, Jen, you know the rules. So today I wore them to work. And they're dragging and flopping. They're doing the most. They're,
Clunk, clunk, clunk,
they're
clunk.
rubbing on
You
the
gonna
back
try
of
to
my
return
ankles by
them?
the end of the day. Nah, I'm not gonna be that guy.
You know our policy,
I work
right?
There. Yeah, I work. I even got the receipt.
Yeah, they hit it with the
ball.
policy.
You know our policy. Don't come to my store.
Ma'am, our
Don't
policy
Nah, Jen, you
states-
can come to my store.
Ma'am,
Please
ma'am.
delete that. Please
Ma'am.
delete that. Jen, you can come to my store.
I ain't got no
you.
receipt. I wouldn't even try it.
I'll scrub the bottom for you, girl.
That's so kind.
That's
got
real.
you.
That's friendship right there.
So I'm struggling all day. Like, what the fuck, Jen? You stupid. So I went home before I came here. And I switched my shoes to these shoes, which I also bought too big, but at least they're not heavy.
They're
And you
dope.
said Leaders to the New School, and these are Tribe Called Quest Vans. So I feel like everything is full circle.
It always is.
It's full
It
circle.
always is.
I never saw that one of the 4 pairs of sneakers you own.
My 4 pairs, I'm up to 7. I told you in 2019, I'm up to 7.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm taking the month of January off.
I took most of 2018 off, but December I went fucking ham.
Them
know.
just crazy.
Yo, I really looked at what I bought in like a month span, and I said, Joe, I can never cry about not having money. 'Cause that's over $1,000
Right there.
Right there.
Right
So I know what I was like when I was heavy in the sneaker culture because she knows I won't go there. I won't even go there if
He
she's
wouldn't even
working
visit me at
especially.
work.
No, because
He's
I would end
smart.
up buying something.
He specifically
He's smart.
told me. He was one of
So-
the first ones. He was like, I don't go there because you sell me shit.
Yeah, it's true.
But we have
So-
a crazy sale going on right
Stop.
now. Ask Chip.
Ah.
Ask Chip.
I don't
20%,
care.
Got me too, yeah.
20% off anything on sale.
And I marked mad
Look
stuff
at this
down.
guy. Look, you just
Yes.
protested.
And it's included on
how-
retros and stuff that we never able to get.
Earphones. I marked mad shit down, son. But
this
make
guy.
your point.
And I caught my son
guy.
a dope pair of NMDs too on a good
He
sale,
gonna need
man.
some baby shower gifts.
There you go.
Oh,
That's a
y'all.
fact.
I didn't mark down no crib shoes.
See?
That's that third eye
They
shit.
get to size 5 eventually, bro.
Oh, that is true. Damn.
So,
Wait,
oh,
Ben was saying something.
Oh yeah, no. So, do you think you would still be engulfed in the sneaker culture,
If you didn't work
purchase-wise, if you didn't work?
Hell no.
Well, nah, I wouldn't buy half the stuff I buy.
So, what is it about? Is it just being there?
It's just like anything else. I mean, think about any industry. I mean, wherever you're at is what's important because that's what you got to do.
True,
I
true.
mean, if you're selling life insurance, you're the one bothering all your friends. You know you might die. And you're just like, leave me alone. But you only care about it. But you ain't never thought about life insurance before you got that job.
That's fact.
So pretty much, like we had this conversation at work, and that's why I'm taking a hiatus. We always have bets to see how long we go because you really convince yourself that the price is not that bad instead of saying I shouldn't spend the money. So
Right.
every time the retro ones come out, I go,
I need a
I
pair of
don't
ones,
need it,
too.
right? But then we get this email. This is exclusive. Only managers and key holders. And I go, it's only
They do that to you?
I go, it's only 160.
Only.
And then guess what I do? I buy it. Because you go at the worst, it might be valued at box price forever. And then you just look above your refrigerator or your cupboard and you replace the spices with the Yeezy. And then you go, yo. But then, because, we are enlightened,
yes.
You go, yo, I got $4,000 sitting there. If it was in the bank, I'd spend it. This is my.
So that's a justification.
This is my
capital.
tangible asset.
Yes,
this is my tangible asset.
Yes.
So therefore, it's my stock market, bro. So it's never a loss. Only the Tinker 3s was a loss because nobody wants those. Nobody.
I didn't get those.
Nah, but so being around it, you convince yourself that 160 is not bad because it's not 220.
And then when a dope ass Puma comes out for 90, you're like, what?
And then Jen wants to show it to me the minute I tell her I'm done.
Yeah, because y'all see the fire in advance.
Look at this.
She's terrible. She's terrible.
Yeah,
she's a horrible person.
She does.
You're a good person.
She's good at her
Jen,
job.
you're a good person.
She's a saleswoman through and through.
How about this? How about the reason why I never wanted Yeezys was because they were 220. Then what happens? The prom nights come out. I paid $250 for a pair of Jordans. You just do it, man. You live, but at the same time, I can do it. It's not like my I can do it, and at the same time, I mean,
this year the prom nights are the 13s, I believe. If I remember correctly.
The prom nights, that's the colorway, right?
She's already selling me something
it's
that
May.
ain't even sold up yet.
And she naturally, she's just and by the way,
because what happens is I said I'm going to take January and February off. Then a customer VIP texts me the picture of the 6s, and I said, okay, I guess it's just January. I need those. I need
the 9s are coming out.
The only 9s I want are the olive.
Don't need it. You want it.
That's a good one.
I want.
You
very
want.
badly.
Want.
Don't difference between want and need.
But these are the white and navy blue ones. So
yeah, I don't need those. I didn't get them the first time. I got a size 12.
You need to be simple like me, you see?
But yeah, so to answer your question.
My boots. You see the boots?
Mystic Reebok Classic. Bro. I'm so excited that you were that excited about that.
We're around it so much.
I'm still excited.
That we've convinced ourselves that it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's why I can't go there. Darren, sorry, you had a question.
I did. I feel like it's gonna, as simply as you can. I noticed you got these airbender tattoos.
I was gonna ask about that.
Airbender tattoos?
Is that where that comes from?
I am the 401 avatar.
Is that really the reason?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know what that means.
Dope.
My brother.
So I don't need to explain it, right?
Well,
Jen has no idea.
You don't have to explain it, though.
Yeah, she won't care.
No, she won't.
So I watched that show, and everything it stood for, I was hip to. I feel like it kind of.
What show are we talking about here?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, okay.
And I just felt like my life purpose, what I do,
makes sense.
Kind of lines up, even towards the older episode. Spoiler alert: where you watched the end.
Yeah.
Where he went back and revisited his old selves and got opinions from his ancestors. And they said basically kill him.
And
he remixed. And he
made
took
his
the evil
own way.
He took the power out of the man and let him be a man.
Right.
Like that right there was everything. And just knowing that he didn't even want to own it. And this is the thing we're fascinated. We're fascinated with that one saving many. The Matrix, Avatar, and some aspects of Jesus Christ. Like we're always fascinated by this one. But the thing about it is the underlying story in all these is that you too have the power within you.
Come on now.
And that's what a lot of that's what a lot of the people. And so that's why, like, they call Jesus the great teacher. Like, he pulled it out of you to know that you were great. And, and then his disciples or, in other faiths, fellow prophets, preached the same thing, rhetoric, and stood as he did in those lands. So just knowing that and having to master yourself in the different elements to get the whole, that's why. And it was interesting because when my tattoo artist Googled this, we couldn't find a picture of a human with them on.
Really? Oh, wow. I thought people would have had it.
Bro, I literally Googled avatar tattoo and all we saw was
So I'm thinking
pictures.
that people have it,
Really?
but they're not photographed. That's
Wow.
what I think.
Oof. So based on that,
There you go.
Because we live in parallel universes, bro. We ain't the only ones. I mean, we got our own version of King James. He just plays basketball.
yo,
Like we live in parallel universes.
Darren,
bro.
man. Darren, your third eye, man. Open it.
Third eye is open. The fourth one is like,
But no one wants to talk about it. But it's like you can.
but
Because
this,
at the end of the day, we all don't know, but we do. And it's like you choose how much you want to put in your mental.
It's true.
Some people want baby food. Some people want steak. It's your choice. And as long as you're not bringing a detriment to society and you live by your belief system wholeheartedly and don't judge other people, then you're doing all right.
That's right. So off of The Last Airbender real quick, how disappointed were you in the damn movie that M. Night Shyamalan
I was
did?
heated. I got mad that everybody said it was good.
Who said it was good?
Mad people who didn't see the cartoons.
Who lied? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yo, like, how did freaking
We won't do this too long. Sorry.
When did Aang get depressed and not smile? When did Sokka not tell a joke?
Come on.
The best part about it was actually seeing what Appa looked like.
This is my dream episode.
great.
To have somebody
Yo,
here
man.
who enjoys.
Nothing about that. What you loved about the cartoon was not in the movie, and it was horribly done. They need it redone.
They really need.
They should do it like they did the last Spider-Man and make it that kind of animatronic.
Oh, that was so fire.
Because then there's no. Oh my lord,
so fire. You saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw it twice in the same week. I never do that.
I gotta see it again.
Listen, I've seen it. Yeah, I've been here.
Yeah, with fire.
Listen,
Jen, sorry, Jen.
Jen always. I don't watch movies. I haven't seen nothing.
Oh, so it's at work, same shit.
Oh, I know
right?
it, bro.
Okay.
Yo, did you see Minister of Society? What's that? If they were a Minister of Society, they should just be in jail. What is that?
Jen don't give a shit.
But when it came to the Airbender, yeah, that movie was trash. And I was disappointed in the lady that I brought there. She enjoyed it because she just went to see a movie.
Didn't know,
I was mad.
You cut her off shortly after, or
we're not together now.
It's for the better.
But yeah, I totally agree with you. That was they should have known, man.
Yeah.
Just the lightheartedness and what you knew, how deep the content was, and how lighthearted they made it, and how many times they made adults go.
Right.
Ooh.
Yes.
You cannot. You can't take that away. They did.
Yeah, they got to redo that. Man, it's a great combo. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hey, listeners, if you don't know, sorry. If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know. Sorry.
Hashtag Avatar: The Last Airbender, not the blue people.
Yes. So real quick, I know some folks who are listening, like, what the fuck they talking about? Yes, it is animated, but if you watch a few episodes of season 1, promise you will not be disappointed.
Yes.
Just saying.
It's not just a kids show. You can watch it with your kids, but there's a deeper meaning to it.
Unopened box DVD.
Look at this guy.
Don't open that.
This guy.
Don't open that.
I even have some of the ones with the original ones with the toys in it, like the all black. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Jen, what's up? You seemed excited for a second.
Nah. Y'all do your thing.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, let's get into the shit.
I don't want to cut y'all off.
All right, so we gonna get into the shits. This is your time, Jen.
Yeah. Now we can.
Well, I asked the peoples.
Yes.
Oh, in Facebook?
Why y'all was
right.
Airbend these nuts. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my nigga.
I was like, yo, what should we talk about? Clearly on board.
Pretty cool.
And Loren was like, Jen Snacks. I said, oh shit.
Oh, so let's get it.
I know you eat healthy and all, so yeah, I don't feel like we care if you don't eat because we don't. But
that pretzels are doable.
The homie Vic Bam told me that I should do these Hershey's dip pretzels.
Hershey's dip pretzels.
Reese's. I love peanut butter. Reese's is my aphrodisiac.
And pretzels are healthy.
I love that.
And pretzels are healthy.
You're always gonna try to push it.
I am.
Are you
It is
kidding
so
me?
drizzled in everything. That's not healthy, but I will take a couple.
Where does one find Reese's dip pretzels?
You know, I was in Shores for mad long before we came here tonight. Like, I left work early, luckily. Shh, don't tell nobody. And I was in there
And
looking.
the 2 Big Tims.
Right. Just clunking out the building.
They heard me leaving.
Yeah.
And I was in the snack aisle for mad long looking. They just had the flips. And I'm like, they would be next to flips. But I went to the chip aisle. I didn't give up. Chip aisle.
I wasn't going to do it, but this guy's too full of himself. But
I did it for you.
Thank you.
And they had mad different ones. But I went with these two because this is what Vic Bam said.
Yes.
And
I trust him. What up,
and
Vic?
I said, should I do one and then do one flips? Like a taste test. He was like, no, it's not a competition.
Whoa. Because we know flips. I enjoy flips, but.
This right here? This shit right here?
Yeah.
They also had a Hershey's regular chocolate. So it's chocolate with dark chocolate drizzle, but
yeah. Wow, I'm very excited.
So you
excited.
as a guest, you can open this one first. I will open.
What?
So that one is Reese's drizzled pretzels, and this one's cookies and cream dip pretzels. They also had the snack mix Hershey's of these same flavors.
Nuts and trail mix.
Tap the bag.
Tap the bag. Hey.
We real out here, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it with the Henny, but I do it with this.
Yeah, so in those bags, it'd be like pretzels with chocolate pieces and peanuts. But this is just
too much going on with those. I want to just
dipped in stuff.
So while this is making its way around, I'm just gonna mention to our listeners, we are drinking Hennessy tonight.
Yeah.
And so I realized as I get this weird sensation in my shoulder, it's been a while since I've drank Hennessy, and I'm like thinking to myself, like, I haven't felt this one before, and this must be that Hennessy talking to me. Thank you for. Oh, Jesus Christ!
So I just had the cookies and cream one, and I'm blown away. What the fuck?
Did you? Oh, he just said he had it.
Yo.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness.
Put it here for the people.
Hold on. All right, Reese's time.
I don't want to block our beautiful ice bucket.
Yo,
Shout out to
man.
the ice bucket. I'm gonna need the
What
ice
hotel
bucket.
you get that from?
Actually, that's a good question.
A friend of the podcast bought it for us.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to y'all listeners for giving us stuff.
Cups. I got you.
Oh, well, I'll buy one at the show. I'll buy one at the show.
I'll give you one at the show.
Oh, that's good. So,
Man.
I didn't try to Reese's.
also, we want to thank everybody for following and listening and sharing us thus far.
Oh.
Thank you for our followers.
You stop, Darren.
That's right. You stop down.
People, I'd like to apologize again on behalf of the podcast for last week's debacle. For those who don't know and haven't gotten to the episode yet, who might be listening on live, hello. Darren forgot to hit record halfway through the damn episode last week. So if you notice,
not halfway, 30 minutes in.
whatever. If you notice terrible quality, it's because of Darren. So we apologize yet again.
I apologize.
It will not occur again. Secondly, if you do, one of the three of y'all that watch us on YouTube, having some difficulty uploading the past 2 episodes for some reason. So bear with us. We'll get the episodes up. But keep on tuning in. We appreciate your viewership. All right, Darren.
Follow us on
as you
social
were.
media platforms. on Instagram, PLSDELTHIS. On Twitter, the same handle. Yes, Hennessy starting to talk. On Facebook.
Are you sweating?
No. I see the first phase is sweat. The second phase is honesty.
I've been waiting for that.
And the third phase is like the dancing to random shit. You remember? Yes. I'll get to that in a second. But yes, follow us on social media platforms. On Facebook, it's Please Delete This. On YouTube, it's Please Delete This. Make sure.
That's an awesome name, too.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. It took us a while to come up with it.
Did it?
Wow. It's the honesty. Well, shut up, Darren. So,
Are you done?
no.
I'm sorry.
Listen to us on streaming platforms such as SoundCloud,
iHeartRadio.
Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Google
Play. Hey, Google.
iTunes podcast.
Yes.
Or like a show.
You could download the episode, listen to the episode, share the episode because
Share.
share.
Tag your friends.
Yes.
So, can I say something now?
Go ahead.
So, anyone who's listened to the show all the way through knows that the first hour is usually pretty standard. We're like adults and shit.
I don't know what's about to happen. I'm nervous.
Because we be drinking.
I'm
right?
leaving right now.
So the first half is pretty good. It's nice. It's nice conversation, like how Chip just came in and enlightened and open eyes, and it's great. And in the second half, when the liquor, like Darren says, starts to hit, things flip.
I don't even think our eyes are open.
That's one of the
that's
signs.
fine.
That's the sign.
That's usually a sign.
As the third eye opens,
The other two close.
other two close.
Gotcha.
So we might be approaching that hour. So buckle on the fuck up.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Where we going first? R. Kelly?
R. Kelly, hey!
Hey!
So our R. Kelly correspondent,
Christ.
Jen, will fill us in because I didn't watch any of the docs. I didn't watch any of the Surviving R.
Well,
Kelly.
I finally finished it last night. With,
Darren, did you watch any of it?
I
Okay.
don't watch that shit.
So
Jen.
6 parts.
That's a lot.
1 hour each
You-
part.
You watch
They originally aired last week. I think it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but I didn't finish it till yesterday. It's a lot to watch all at once like that.
Yeah. You mean a lot like emotionally or just
It's
time-wise?
just a lot, both ways. It's
Yeah.
a lot. Like, even if only one of these women's telling the truth, which I'm not saying that's the case, but even if it was only one, he needs to be under a jail. Period. Under.
So, continue.
Or that's all I got right there.
That's it?
It's
You
terrible.
watched the whole thing?
It's terrible.
All right.
There's people still looking for their kids. Like, there was parents on there talking about my daughter's with him, and you would think at the end of the episode it'd be like, oh, they found
They were
it.
reunited.
No,
and,
like they're outside of a building where there's supposedly studios throwing rocks at the windows, like wanting their daughter to come out. And
So they literally have no idea where their daughter is?
and there's grown women on there too. It's not just kids. There's like 30-something-year-old women. You're stupid. Who's laughing at? Oh, you love it. Oh. There's like 30-something-year-old women talking about, I started a relationship with R. Kelly and he had me like trapped too.
So my question has always been,
Trapped in the closet was real.
Son. And that's the thing they were talking about.
did
They
they
were
mention
talking-
that?
Yeah, they were saying how basically a lot of his lyrics and his songs, if you listen to it,
His life for
it's
real.
kind of like he's telling on himself, or he's almost like daring.
Well,
like,
that's what
society.
these idiotic, stupid people do. They put the truth out in plain sight, and nobody notices.
So his life is in the music.
You know what it is? I've come to find out through this art that is the industry. What we do as a consumer is we mistake their genius for perfection. So we say you're a great songwriter, you make great songs, so you do everything else well. And we don't add the psychology, we don't add the diagnosis, we don't add the manics, the narcissism, and everything. We just literally say, yo,
you're fine,
so
you're
then
good.
But then we celebrate when they become just like us. Or we crucify when they become just like us. Not saying that R. Kelly's just like us, but that's what, he's not like me. But what I'm saying is that's just what we do, and it's like that's like we give them the celebrity when they just want to do what they do. Right. So him, literally writing songs, he's been writing his life, and we're just like it just sounds so good, and we were also to blame too, because think about it, I'm older. I remember literally it was like, R. Kelly married Aaliyah, and you go, what? And you go, but her mom said it was okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's as quick as it was. So, like, there was no outpour. It was like, well, if her parents are done for giving her permission, but okay, they're cool with it. And that's how we addressed it. Yeah. And we just thought it, then we... Yeah, and that's just how dumb we were.
It's a different time, too. Go ahead, Darren.
And then you have stupid people like me who just didn't even realize there was, like, she was underage.
Right.
Like,
right.
Because
we were
this
basically
happening,
Aaliyah's age when it happened.
Yeah, I was just like, oh.
And when you're like 17, 18, 19 years old, you think you know everything as it is. Yep. So you don't sit there and question another person who's your age, and you're like, oh, she's good. Yeah. Right. And that's it. She's fine. The tape came out.
And then you think she's happy.
Right.
Because she's doing what she loves.
Because she's married R. Kelly.
She's not complaining, but now if you think about it, she was silenced. Because think about it, Aaliyah never talked about it.
Right, because we weren't adults.
She never even said, even if he married her and showed the record, she never said, well, me and my husband are having fun. Yeah. She never talked about it. And then she just went and Dame Dash, and then all of a sudden, still didn't talk about it.
Because when you're a kid, like I said, you think you know everything, right? So you're just like, oh, it's no problem with that, whatever. No big deal. But as 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old people, we're like, what the fuck? Because now we either have kids these age or we know people with kids
better.
This age, and we're like, I would be damned if my kid
let my kid.
You know how many times watching that shit I was talking to the TV like, yo.
There's things that just comments that I've heard that I'm like, how is this possible? Like, if my child is in this building,
it's getting burnt the fuck down.
And I'd be damned I can't go in there to see my child. I don't care how old she is.
Burnt the fuck down.
Thank you.
So maybe you can shed some light on this, Jen, since you watched it. A question I've always had is, with knowing his past,
how does this keep happening?
How more people continue to get added over?
There's video proof of that shit today.
There was one girl who legit was a supporter of his who was going to his trial. And so she was outside the trial with signs like, you know how people are. Yeah. And from that, he had one of his people give her his number.
Oh, boy.
And that's how he started contacting her. And she got caught up. And it's like, how?
I think with every thing, you have people who don't believe it and will go hard to get it. And some people just want their own identity through that.
Yeah.
Like they think I'm better
serial
than
killers be having like getting married
that
in
is
jail.
True. They get tons of mail, like you said, married in jail. Yeah. That is true.
There's a lot of different people in the world, man.
Yeah. There was a guy who just got found guilty for killing his family. And before he even got into jail, he got support letters.
Wow. And there's people who just think I'm different from those girls. Like,
that shit ain't gonna happen.
He was able to control them, but I'm smarter than them.
Yeah.
Right. And so you play that game.
Well, they signed up to be part of that to keep the other girls down because he had a team.
And he definitely had a team.
He
had his own little low-key Craigslist applications.
He had he had like his assistants. He had his bodyguards who would go up to these girls and give them the number for him. You know what I mean? He had people who were paying his bills to get. You know what I mean? Like he had a lot of people intertwined in this, and it's like. They're even wrapped up because he's paying them or whatever it is that he's got over their head.
Once you take that first dollar, you're subject also to go to jail.
Like it was everything. Everybody is wrapped up in it. These parents, even some of the parents were like one girl, her parents went with her to R. Kelly concert and he pulled her up on stage and they were like, oh, we didn't think nothing of it because we were there.
No. Can I tell you something?
No.
Before any of this even happened, I always said, I will never sit front row with my girl at an R. Kelly concert.
Never.
Because there's just things she's going to do. You're going to get mad because he purposely made himself that guy. You thought Bobby Brown was bad. R. Kelly took it to a whole nother level where he would take and gyrate and point and look at you and sometimes forget to sing. So I just
tracks all played in the background.
I already knew like that was a ticket I would never buy because if
I
you go back,
I don't need that attention.
Yeah, I just don't need it. Always sitting in the balcony.
Yeah.
Where you got like he's never gonna be able to point to you.
Yeah.
This was before the allegation, just because he was overtly sexual and he prided himself on that. And then my issue was like I won't watch the documentary just because I just don't want to.
Yeah.
But what I do know just
know
from being part of that age was like I played Age Ain't Nothing But a Number the day at work. Mm-hmm. And when you think about that song, right? Yeah, exactly. When you think about that he wrote it, the words are age ain't nothing but a number, going down ain't nothing but a thing. If she wrote it, then she's talking about being 15 trying to date 12-year-olds, which wasn't the case.
No.
If those are her words and her sentiment. Mm-hmm. So now you're knowing that he legit was writing,
talking through her,
but it was his voice, which is twisted. No, and then if you want to talk about the numbers and now it's a sexual act, you now have in a lyric where you're having a young girl singing about going down, and it's just all kinds of wrong.
But there's another song on that album. I haven't listened to that album in a long time, but I remember listening to that album and going, everybody talks about Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, but what about this song? I'm gonna look up the song.
It's one that Kells wrote too.
I don't know who wrote it.
But everything's suspect. Even it seems like you're ready. Seems like you're ready.
Yeah.
Your body is my playground. My man really was looking at playgrounds. Like, bro, like you can't. And it's like, yo, you just go back and go, this dude is trash.
This man's
But it's like that's kind of, and I'm not. This is not to give him a pass, but it just shows you he had a mindset and he consistently put out that mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's just who he is. Like, we didn't even say that this man's a songwriter, so these are his words. We just said this is a dope song.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? When they mentioned he wrote, because people were like, oh, mute R. Kelly, don't play R. Kelly's music, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's easy enough. Don't play R. Kelly's music.
You think about You Are Not Alone?
I am thinking about You Are Not Alone.
Songs by Celine Dion as well. And
right, so you can sit there and not play R. Kelly's music, but there's other songs that we don't even know he wrote.
B2K, Marcus Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, so when they say he wrote Michael Jackson.
Jive Records, he was very close, that whole imprint. He was almost, he started Jive and he was very influential.
Yeah, when they was like, he wrote You Are Not Alone. Like, You Are Not Alone? Are you fucking kidding me?
I cried to that song. I love that song.
You heard about what that was about, supposedly,
yeah.
bro?
No.
Yeah.
About, like, wasn't like an underage girl
Yeah.
that lost her kid?
He got pregnant. And
he got an underage girl pregnant and she lost a kid. So he was telling her, you are not alone. I am here with you.
Darren's face.
Bro.
Right.
We thought Michael was singing to Elvis's daughter.
Right, and she was in the damn video.
And R.
Kelly was singing to his underage baby mama.
Right.
To let her know that there's other girls like you and just stay strong.
Now, for me, who loves that song and Mike singing,
and then you're
all
like,
that,
I can't listen to Mike.
I can't miss Mike.
I can't listen to B2K.
I can't miss Mike.
All right, so I do feel like if you're gonna mute R. Kelly, I get it. I feel like you can't fault the artist that chose to sing the songs they didn't know. I mean, I think about the Best of Both Worlds with Jay-Z. That was like
supposed to be a big thing, and that was right when shit started to pop off.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
why
yeah.
the concert didn't go down.
Yeah.
I had tickets too.
I mean, even
Did you really?
Yeah, it turned into Jay-Z and Friends after. But
And
yeah,
then it
we
became
supposed to
Jay-Z and Mary J after
and Mary
that.
J.
remember
but it
Jay-Z
was
even
fire
said in the
show.
lyric, he goes, you know how much tour money you messed up?
Yeah.
Yo.
Remember he said that in another lyric. Like,
But then if you think about it, they had the song Jigga Kelly Not Guilty. Like
oh my Lord.
Yeah. Well.
See, so I think I watched the documentary, just not even watching.
That's what I'm saying. If you lived it, you didn't need to watch
was
it.
saying how he felt like R. Kelly was suspect for even. I mean, Jay-Z was suspect for even rock with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like he just didn't understand that whole project. He didn't co-sign that project.
But then people were commenting under that, like, but you was in the Fiesta video though, and I said,
got him.
But yo, think about how many people in the hood, and this is just a real statement that literally like. You can find the R. Kelly tape, like a mixtape on Broad Street.
We all watched it.
But bro, think about that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It is illegal to watch it.
It is
illegal to watch it.
Yeah.
We all need to be
And
in jail.
no one even thought about that.
Bro.
I have not said I watched it. But
I was gonna say I've never seen that video. I don't even know what you guys
it's
are
just
talking
crazy
about.
that was a demand. It's just like it just shows you kind of like so. The beautiful thing is because one of my guys. So I was on the WBRU and the DJ said nice hits. He was saying like one thing that he's bothered. He feel like the documentary gave some people a blueprint on what to do. I said, but you gotta look at it as this. It also enlightened people to know that if it's about to be done,
plan.
Them,
Right.
they
Yeah,
can run.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So you gotta understand. There's also knowledge and wealth. It's sad because there's always like kind of like for a new era, new mentality. There's always like something sacrificed.
Right.
So it's
Yeah,
sad that
because-
so many of these people's innocence were sacrificed.
And in that
now
same vein,
Yeah.
his sales went up. Yeah, but at least more people are aware of his
But-
nastiness
but-
who weren't aware before.
But I'm gonna challenge even that statement because Jada Pinkett was like, "Who are we as a society that sales went up?" Let's be honest, bro. who of this generation was even playing R. Kelly?
Exactly.
So now if a young person, because it's still accessible, goes, who is R. Kelly?
Yeah.
And then goes and
Kelly.
listens to it.
Right.
And then they pretty much, so let's say he might have went from like 100 spins to 200 spins.
Right.
The statistics go, his music increased by 100%. No, it was not. So I don't think that percentage is that much of a
he's
smack
gaining
against
it's not for
humanity.
support.
Yeah,
I think we got to understand that our generation had R. Kelly. This generation doesn't.
Didn't.
Right.
So
This
like, what the
generation
fuck is
relevant
this?
to these
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
feel like people went to go see what
Listen
everyone was
what it
talking
is.
about.
Listen to the lyrics again.
Yeah, and be
And
like,
I don't
oh,
think
this
it
is
will continue to
problematic. Yeah.
spike. So I don't think it was as problematic as it appeared. I just think a lot of people had to go, what is happening? Because like there's mad people that don't have social media. And it's
Right.
like, what
What
is
is
this I'm
this?
hearing about?
Right.
And
Yeah.
you just go figure it out.
And
But I
once
don't
again,
think.
there's other songs that he wrote. He's still getting money off of. Like if I went and played "You Are Not Alone" right now, he's getting money off of that spin.
Yeah.
So, it's not necessarily like I was playing a playlist on Tidal. I was playing Mary J. Blige track radio or whatever on Tidal, and they played Guy. I'm like, so do I have to turn this off now?
Well, I feel like you have to
Aaron
do
Hall
what
can't
you,
get no money now.
I feel like you have to do what you sit, which could sit right within you,
Right.
Because you did not bring any detriment, and you did not knowingly buy into it,
Right.
Because you didn't really know. But then it kind of we did because we knew what happened. It's just so weird. It's
Yeah,
so
and I wanna-
weird.
and I
it's
wanna-
just weird, bro. It's weird.
I want to publicly say, for me, right, one of the reasons why I didn't watch the doc, I'm going to be honest, I'm hurt and disappointed, right? Because this is a guy that I grew up listening to. Music's fire,
You
right?
had the braids and everything.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to him.
So, okay, we know the Aaliyah thing, but I'm a kid. What do I know, right? From what I've seen,
That's my whole
older
thing.
people date younger people all the time. It wasn't weird to me because you see celebrities do it all the time. But
We see
when-
people come to our high school, pull up on
Yo!
Broad Street, and pick up girls.
not
So-
even high school, middle school.
So
middle school
to
dudes
us,
were pulling up
It seemed
to
like
get girls.
that was what was supposed to be done because
Yeah,
we were young and we didn't know any better.
you
Right.
you have made a living off of it.
Come on.
So we didn't know better.
Right. So
Like,
to me,
let's talk about it. Yo.
so after the tape came out, I'm like, yo, dude really has some issues. If this is, and then when with the trial and the interview on BET with Torre, I'm like, yo, he needs help. But TP2 is fire. You know what I'm saying?
TP2 is
So like
fire.
I was conflicted. So now with all this,
I heard
other,
the conflict in her voice. It's fire.
so like over the years, as different things come out, I'm listening to it, but then I'm literally saying at the same time, he's a nasty man. But
Yeah.
I'm still listening to the music. So I not that I believe all victims, because that's dangerous to do. You don't just believe everybody 100% wholeheartedly. But I do know if there's smoke, there's fire, right? So
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it because if there was enough for Lifetime to put this out,
I'm telling you, if you watch
I'm believing it.
You're gonna believe it.
well, you know why?
why?
But I'll even challenge you a little more. You know why it's believable? Because you witnessed the Aaliyah thing.
yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
not like this is a controversy. We're like, oh, he went to go buy the rights to Sony and another black man. No,
No,
like,
it's real.
we know that the Aaliyah
Yeah.
thing happened.
Forget
Yeah.
the Aaliyah thing. You
The-
saw the tape.
But no, but with that
you
tape,
saw the
though,
little
but you
girl
know,
get pissed
But
on.
you know what people got? But I'm going to tell you, people get lost in the sauce of that not guilty verdict because
And
they
that's
forget.
the crazy
They forget
part.
She didn't testify.
But they forget what the court of law really is.
Right.
Who
Right.
can prove the best story?
Right.
So we took not guilty as it wasn't that serious
And
and, he
that's
really
the
didn't do
thing.
nothing. But when you get older and you know how the law works,
Right.
she just didn't have enough money or probably whatever to prove it.
Yeah.
So he probably
or
is
he had
guilty.
enough money to shut her family up.
Yes, and so
Because
that
was
I
the
think
thing.
so. I think that's why that tape got muted a little bit amongst us because you saw the verdict,
Right.
And you
Right.
just then she just became like Sparkle was bitter,
Yeah.
and he got set
Yeah,
up.
'cause we heard
and
about the Sparkle shit, too. Yeah, so-
and social media didn't have it in our face 24/7. You had to actually go watch TV to
That is
see
true.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
You-
That was
it
the other
wasn't
thing.
out of your
You had to
phone.
wait
Yeah.
till Kurt Loder came on MTV News.
Kurt Loder. Look at you. You're mad old.
I
yo.
am at. You know what I
It's
mean?
Carol Loader with MTV News.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Sabrina Altshuler,
So
whatever her name
informa-
was. You know what I'm saying?
Information wasn't. It wasn't like you could really just choose not to see it, but
Yeah.
now it's everywhere.
Like now it's
Yeah.
everywhere, and
Which
that's why I
rightfully
think now
so
it's
if
different.
he did it, and
Yeah, because in
shame on him.
Because the late '90s, early 2000s, like we were talking about in the car, like shit could come and go
Yeah.
a lot easier than now. Like even now,
Which is crazy because now shit comes and
Shit
goes.
comes and goes
Yeah,
now.
so imagine. Wow, that's true.
because like Drake, it was like, oh my god, Drake got a kid. Oh shit, Drake got a new song though, and it's over. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So imagine back then if you
And even back then, stuff that people said you can't say now.
yeah.
Because
Oh, God,
everyone's talking about everyone's ears being sensitive and not offending anybody.
Tuh.
Like I think somebody had like Little Pump. He had a line and it said something about my eyes are squinted like Yao Ming. He got backlash from that. Like, and I'm not saying he shouldn't, but like that's where it's just at. Where
He
like,
shouldn't. I'm saying it
I played J.
Wow,
Cole's
Joe.
second album the other day just because
because he's stupid.
I love Cole. Shout out to Cole.
Fuck
Was it
Cole.
raining that day?
And
Cole?
I'm on your
Don't do
team.
that.
I'm on your team.
so, but on the intro, he says
It was raining
the
the
F
other day,
word that rhymes with maggot. It was raining. At least 17 times in the first song.
We were just talking about that how I was watching Delirious the other day, and Eddie Murphy just
the first thing he says coming out.
Eminem's whole first album was.
He was like, imagine if what's his name? Mr. T was a faggot.
Jake can say it.
It's just hilarious. Yeah, I can say it. Whatever. What are they gonna do? Eddie Murphy said it first. I just quoted him. And the idea of Mr. T being a faggot is hilarious. Like,
that's so funny even now.
It's so funny.
She's just like the white people in the concert that say the N-word because Jay-Z told him to say it.
Hey.
She'll get away with it a lot easier.
Although
than
I
me
can't
and,
say it was very hard one time. So in the club, usually the clubs we go to is predominantly like us. One time I did step out with one of my like white friends, and we went to a club where for the first time I couldn't find my white friend in the crowd.
Oh damn!
So it was like that. So I was by myself, and that song Hot Ninja came on.
Shout out to Shmurda.
Yo, I just looked at the wall and I said, I cannot judge them. It's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
During the whole 3 minutes that song played, I just looked at the wall and did not look at lock eyes with nobody because I wasn't trying to punch everybody, bro.
We talked about that last week with Nate. Shout out to Nate for coming through.
Yeah.
And same thing because we were doing karaoke and the girls were they were Caucasian and they did Juicy. And if you don't know, now you know. So like,
did they stop?
No.
They kept going?
Yes. And they kept going twice. And we kept making that black girl face like. And then the third time and the fourth time, they edited it.
And I guarantee you the emphasis was like, I've been waiting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think they did that song on purpose. You just didn't know.
No, I knew. That's what offended us. Like, are you trying to be funny? Like,
but I mean, at the same time, if you had a Jay-Z concert and he goes, Ninja what, Ninja who? Do you expect everyone to be quiet? Like,
and that's what I was
we
saying.
kind of put it in, I'm not saying it's right, but we put in people's mouths and ask you to buy 1 million of my albums, and we know that we primarily don't buy the albums.
Yeah,
I mean, so it's kind of like, yo, you gotta just take ownership of what you made normal, yo.
Darren, you okay?
Let's let Darren talk because he looks like he's being honest.
Darren's saucy right now.
Anybody else got this pain? Not a pain. It's like a feeling in your leg.
Your leg.
Okay, yeah, because I think
leg?
that's what happened. Oh, John.
You know what you got to do after the podcast now.
You going to push that baby out with that
dick. And the Hennessy has officially kicked in, yo.
Because 2 weeks ago, he told us.
Her mind's telling her no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Because he told us that the doctor told him that he's supposed to get the baby out.
Apparently,
and we could tell.
And
rumor has it
I felt guilty.
I felt guilty. And we know he has too.
With my son's mother, I would kind of be like, am I hurting it? Like, what's going on? Like,
doctor says do it.
We got him on Henny
now. Come on. We need a camera there. What's the kid's just like.
So,
Dad, what is that? Am I leaving or we not? Like, come on. That gotta be interesting. That gotta be. We need a camera perspective from
Darren the Henny dick so we get this baby out before Saturday.
He's not coming out Saturday.
Darren's not gonna do it.
No, we want him at ESTRO or the DJ. So you gotta give him the
right. So maybe he comes out Friday. Then he be there.
He should not be anywhere on Saturday. If maybe comes on Friday.
We'll leave the bottles here then. You can drink some more.
Your word, Darren.
Yeah, this was
bring it to the room.
This Henny, what? This Henny was a terrible idea. Like, so in my head, I'm remembering the last time. I'm not the last time, but so I'm not a pro at Henny. Like
You're not.
No, I'm not. Like you guys, I'm a tequila.
I'm not a pro either.
I'm a tequila guy. You know, I like my Patron.
Oh.
You know, I'm a Patron. But you know, I try to hang with these guys, and I say, I'll take the Henny. Come on, let's do it. And that's like the worst idea. The worst. I think this had to be the worst. You know how you guys have your drunken stories about throwing up in a bottle? We went out.
Chip. Yeah, it's happened a couple of times.
I got a lot of stories. So, I mean, I did drink for 30 years. So.
Yeah. So we were going out to Katiana's.
Oh,
yes,
I didn't know you were going there.
So these guys were like, "Come on, Darren, we're going out." Him and brother K. Shout out to K.
K, what up, beloved?
So we go there. We go to this place, and Katiana comes up and she's like, "Here's 3 chips. You give these to the bartender. It's good for a drink. Chip, 1 each trip, right? Whatever." K goes, "Come to the bathroom real quick." Go to the bathroom, and in the bathroom, he goes into a little compartment and he pulls out like a box of chips.
He stole the chips.
He pulls out like an unopened
He's a whole legend. You
box
know that, right?
of chips, and he goes, "We gonna drunk tonight."
And I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, he said, "Yeah," right. So he's like, "Listen, you got to hang with me because this Bim can't drink." I'm like, "All right, cool, I got you." I don't like to back down from K. You know, I want to show K, I'm with you, brother. You see,
he makes terrible decisions.
Terrible decisions.
I have strong Bach.
Thank you. So we get to the bar and K puts up like 3 chips. He goes, "Put your chips on." I'm like, "All right, cool." 3 shots. I'm looking at them. I was like, I shouldn't do this. Knowing me and Henny, I shouldn't do this.
3 shots of Henny.
3 shots. Kay is like, come on, let's do it. Like, cool. Bop, 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 bop. Cool. I don't know what happened after that. I want to say there was like 2 more shots in there and then drinking Henny. And all I remember, Ben was like, yo, Darren's dancing in the corner by himself.
And when there was no one around him on the dance floor.
It was like, if we're all here, I was like over there.
Facing
like by the door.
The wall. And just,
I remember throw them bows. That's what it was.
By himself, just
throw them bows.
I'm like, is he okay? By himself.
Yeah. So cool. We going out. We went to Jovan's, I want to say.
Did I go with y'all?
Yeah, you drove.
Oh, right.
So we drove. They bring me home. This was like Friday night. Saturday, I can't even say I was hungover. I just, you know how like you're hungover and you're like at 60%, and I was moving on slow, but I didn't throw up. It happened to be like Father's Day.
Lethargic.
Yeah.
Yes. So like I'm not okay. Like I'm just like I can't do anything. I try to drink, but whatever. So Saturday goes cool. The girls come later that night, and because it's supposed to be Father's Day.
Daughter.
Yes, Father's Day. Sunday comes around.
2 days later.
Yes, and I'm still not okay. Like I'm at like a low 50%.
A low 50.
Yeah, and now the throw up is like it's time. It's time. Yes, it's time. So I'm like, yo, not. We're gonna get really bad here. Again, honesty and Hennessy. So I crawl my way to the bathroom.
Honesty.
Hennessy. I crawled my way to the bathroom. It was at my apartment, and I managed to close the door. And I was like, okay, I gotta throw up. And then it was like, also, Darren, you need to shit. Good.
I've been there before.
I love stories like this.
Good luck. So I closed the bathroom and I'm like, okay.
Close as a sink to the toilet.
It's not close, Chip. Not close. It's never close enough. Is it ever close enough? Is it ever close enough?
I've been saved a couple of times, yes.
Oh no.
There was attic apartments.
There was no saving this time. So luckily the girls, like where the bathroom was, it was actually off their room, but they were in the living room, so they were a whole room away. I close the door and I'm like, all right, let me just sit on the toilet. And as I'm getting up, it's like, now, Darren, all of it's coming out now. So I'm like, you know when you're throwing up and your whole body's like, huh? Like, yeah, your whole body's like, everything comes out. So it's like blood and I'm shitting, blood and I'm shitting. Like it's blood, like shit is coming. It's like, and I'm looking at the toilet. I'm like, I don't know which is worse. Like, is it the throw up's catching my? Is it toilet catching my throw up, or should it be catching my shit? Like, which is worse? Which would you rather clean up on the floor, vomit or shit?
Oh fuck!
So
Ladies
bad.
and gentlemen,
so
I've never been speechless until this moment.
Yo, the only thing that's worse than that story
Oh shit!
is the fact that I too went through that.
Yo,
it's like a very low point. Daddy, are you okay?
Oh yeah, you had
don't
kids
come
in
in.
the background.
when the kids are concerned, because there was one time where I was hungover and Dylan came, and I was in the bathroom. I threw up. I came out, just laid down, and he must have been like 5 or 6 at the time. And he said, Dad, do you need to go to the hospital?
Maybe so, son.
God. How do I look to my son right
it
now?
is a low bar in your life to like I'm throwing up and I'm shitting. This is my life right now.
Oh,
this
fuck.
is my life.
So it's just so you don't feel so alone in this moment. Shout out to
You
Kool-Aid.
were-
I thought I wasn't gonna do it.
I tried not to. Anyways,
Somebody had to do it.
shout out to Kool-Aid. We were at a party, house party, frat party, something like that, in the UR Ride days. And we're about to leave. Yo, where's Paul? Anybody know where Paul's at? And we're looking around. Bathroom door's locked. Like, yo, you're in there? No answer. Yo, can somebody open this? They open it. He's sitting on the toilet, pants down, with a bucket in front of him, vomit full,
Why
toilet
would you
full.
put that story with his
Yo.
name on the mic?
Yo,
So Darren don't feel alone.
He didn't sign up for this.
Listen.
He's not drinking Henny with us.
I'm envious that he made it there. I'm envious that he made it to the toilet and made it to a bucket.
But he was passed out. So the question was,
That's
who is
fine.
going to get him off of the toilet?
He didn't care at that moment. He's like, I made it. That's a win in my book. If you can make it, if you got a shit and throw up and you make it to the toilet and you make it to a bucket, you win.
fuck.
You won.
See, so my episode happened after being, I think this was still high school days.
Oh, you was drinking in high school.
I didn't say I never drank.
Oh,
but
shit.
like someone had passed away. It was my senior year, and we all just got crap faced. This was when, I see y'all probably don't even references, but this is when like everyone went to the Showcase Cinema in Seekonk. Like yeah. So this is
we used to sneak in there
so
all the
we
time.
went that. So and guess what movie we? So we're all
Not we. I didn't do that.
So we're all fired up.
you.
And guess what movie we're watching? Twister.
Wow.
And so we're watching Twister, and it's funny because this was the night that like there was mad people from our church watching the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
we're like 12 deep, and we didn't know how ignorant we are, but we're just in there laughing at everything. And I'm sitting there, my boys are, and I'm just like, I'll be back. So I'm actually in the Showcase Cinema bathroom, and I sat down, and I knew it was a wrap. Yeah, so it came out one way, and I couldn't stop it coming the other way. But fortunately, I missed my pants because everything's
good.
But I threw a ball over the floor, and as I'm sitting there, literally doing this, my next my cousin comes, "Where's Chip?" And my cousin goes, "Yo, Chip's shitting and throwing up at the same time," and he calls all my friends in, and like they're looking over the store down at me, and I'm just and whatever, and then. Yeah, then went back to the movies, man. And I think I 2 bathrooms with my victim. I actually went to a different bathroom the second time. But we were no good, bro. Because you're just
it's the hair.
I think so.
It's a dread.
Y'all didn't even have the hair back then.
I did, right? But I tried. I was signing up for my brother, yo.
Yeah, there you go. I appreciate it.
Jen, your story?
Y'all already know my story. I've never done the pooping and vomit thing.
Right?
Word.
Yeah, no,
My
consider
story's
yourself.
nice
I
That's because you don't mess with Henny. Look,
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No, I got Coke in my cup now.
Henny's
I
great.
promised I was going to stop drinking the Hennessy, so I'm drinking soda now.
Gotcha.
But my story tonight is going to be sexy. So
Gotcha.
What you say?
Huh?
Oh my god.
Oh, you still got something to do after?
Yo, Jen, man.
Woo!
Jen. I don't know about new Jen.
what's new gen?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. What
I don't know about new Jen.
I don't know about you.
Well,
Anyway, next subject. We talk about R. Kelly. We talk about throw up. What we doing about next?
I have a question. This is out of my personal life. Of course, I like to say stuff that's gonna get me in trouble. Do you guys, do you guys make your bed in the morning?
Nope.
Nah.
Tell me why.
Why would
my
I?
wife does.
I got things to do.
And I'm a piece of shit that, like, I'll walk in the room and she's like halfway done. I'm like, oh, you beat me to it, babe. Come on. Let me just...
So was it an issue when y'all moved in and, like, it wasn't something that you did, but it's something that she does?
It wasn't, yeah, it was kind of like that. Like, she'll say, like, oh, you know, we should start the day off with the clean bed. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be back.
Door closed, car starts.
It's 'cause I always wake up close to the time when I got to get in.
Gotta go. Yeah. I don't have time.
I'll tell you one thing, though. When you come home to a made bed, it feels amazing.
I will say, every time I remember to make the bed,
Yeah.
she's, I tried, Jen. Shut up. She's, like, in a much better mood. She's like, oh, thank you, baby.
Yeah, I remember coming home one time and going like, "Oh, the bed's made," and it was but there's one time where I kind of had to defend. So I have 2 sons, and I'm co-parenting with their mother. And I remember at one point, we actually are in a great space. But I remember one time, sometimes they want to tell you like their experience with your kid. Like, so he's been like this, he's been like that, and he doesn't even make his bed. And in my head, I was like, so what? That's the thing. So what? So is that something? I'm so like I'm with that. Like, but the way she said it was like, can you believe he doesn't even make his bed? And I'm like, yo, like mine ain't made either. Like, yo, let's do it. Like, don't judge him for that. The other stuff, yes, but that cross that off your list of judgment. For real.
That never was really a thing. Like my parents tried, but like I would keep laundry and clothes on my bed. Like I didn't care. I just went there to sleep, and when I got up in the morning, I went and did my thing. But shorty, that's her thing. Like growing up, her moms would say, "Hey, gotta make a bed. What if something happens and somebody gotta come to your house?" And me, I'm like, fuck everybody, so I don't care.
That's a Caribbean
Like, if
parent
something
thing.
happens-
And I think you should be like that. You should be who you were from the beginning. Like
That's
our first day, I would be a gentleman and like hold the doors as we approach them. But I'm not gonna do that. Run around to your car and open your door, then run back to mine. When you know how some people go all the way the first date, and then that's just a barometer for the third date to say why you don't do that no more.
You gotta be you.
We gonna
Did
just start.
Cameron say that?
Yeah, he said it was a little
It was
wild.
a
It
little
was a
different.
Cameron way,
It was
but
a little different.
You have to.
No, it's true. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Like, I know there's a lot of people that do make their bed, but I just wanted to feel like I was in company of folks. But we met a compromise. When we wake up, I'm just going to leave the bed, even if it means going to another bed, so she can make it. So my sacrifice is getting up just to get out the way, so she can continue.
I like how y'all work through that.
Wow,
I'm saying?
yo, you ain't shit.
I'm not.
It was her idea though, right?
No, it's mine. But hey, it works though, because she can continue her routine. I did it once though, and I surprised
me.
her.
Kind of got like a little
Look, I did it. Look, this how trash we are. I did it once, and that should be good.
It means
like when
it
you
means
could count
less
the number
than
of
nothing
times
to
you
me.
made the bed. It's like,
I'm with
means,
you.
Like literally
I'm with you,
nothing
man.
to me.
Yeah.
So for me to do some shit that means nothing to me, come on, a little credit.
That's
Once.
What?
That's hilarious.
You know.
While we're talking about stupid
Oh,
things. I didn't say. I don't mean stupid things. But while we're talking about relation type things,
Wait, hold on, real quick. Chip, are you in a relationship or anything? Never mind. Darren, go ahead, brother.
I take that part right out.
I was asking.
No, you said you got to poke.
This never happened. Another odd, stupid question. You kiss with your eyes open?
Say again?
You kiss with your eyes open? Not that you need to look at me and say it.
No, I don't.
But you kiss your woman with your eyes open?
No,
that's weird.
That's weird, right?
That's serial killer behavior.
Like, so do you like close your eyes? Like
That was only for like
shut?
machines and movies.
Yeah, that's weird.
But so
Oh, she's not human. She's a machine.
Okay.
Ah!
So do you shut your eyes and kiss, or do you like just not look at the person and kiss?
My eyes are closed.
So you close.
do
So
you
you
kiss
keep
somebody
looking
and
at the
not look?
sky? At the sky?
No. Okay. So stupid me. Like when I kiss, I like zone.
Stop.
What?
Keep going.
I don't want to have something in my mouth. Pause when you say this. Hold on, give me a second.
We're talking about kissing habits, baby.
Give me a second. Hold on, man. Just give me a
Go ahead,
second. I want to be ready
finish.
for this Darren.
Like kissing habits.
That's funny.
No, hold on. I'm almost there. Pause. Hold
Sound like
on.
an R. Kelly song. Kissing
Seems like you're ready.
Don't sing that song.
All right, Darren, go ahead.
So when I kiss my wife, my beautiful wife, I love you, baby. I feel like I look at her lips, like it's here, but she's like, no, I never close my eyes and look at you.
Oh God.
Right?
She doesn't, you said?
That's what she says. No, I
you
look
don't
at
know
you.
'cause your eyes are
I don't look
closed.
because I'm looking
That's
down,
amazing.
right? So I'm like,
Wait, your eyes are open, but you're looking down?
I'm like looking away. Like I look
Y'all serious.
down here, like I'm looking at her lips. I'm looking like I'm not focused on anything, but I'm not looking at her eye.
But
right?
your eyes
You know
aren't
what I mean?
closed.
My eyes are not closed,
They belong together.
I can't even like.
right? But,
Wow.
so you go.
Yo, I'm not the only one. I need to see this kiss before we leave. You're gonna kiss your wife before we leave. That is my one demand, Joe. You are gonna kiss her.
This fool's looking at the floor.
The baby's gonna come out. The one time I closed my eyes and you closed your eyes, baby came out. We ain't doing this ever again.
This guy's cross-eyed. He's looking at the fridge.
No wonder why she ain't feeling it, bro. You're reading the magnets on the fridge while you're kissing your wife.
Oh, shit.
Yo, she don't know his phone's like this.
He's over here looking dead at Bim.
Don't look at me, Darren. Don't look at me, fam.
I don't look at anybody.
Close your eyes when you
I
look
don't-
at me, yo. Don't look at me.
That
Don't
is
look at me, Darren.
Close your
I
eyes
don't
when you
look
look
at
at me.
anybody, but I'm just saying,
Like, he don't
as
know.
weird.
He ain't
But
looking
I
at
read
her,
something.
she's looking at him.
But I read something that said, people that keep their eyes open, they don't make eye contact because it's almost too much. It's too begins with an eye.
Intimate?
I wouldn't think.
No,
I
it's like too
Intrusive.
intense. A little bit intrusive. It's
I'm
like,
even
like,
trying. How that?
like it's like
Why are
it's-
your eyes open, Darren?
Listen, it's not.
Hey,
listen,
the thing is,
because
when
I feel like my eyes are open. Like I'm like. It's gonna
His
sound
third
really,
eye's
It's gonna
open.
sound bad. What do you say?
They kiss with their foreheads together too.
I said your third eye is open. While you
My
kiss
third eye, yes. The first two closed, and my third eye is seeing her aura for what it is.
Oh, shit.
You
Stop.
see? Yeah. Jake,
Stop.
yeah.
The weird thing is, you know how like. Because of how your eyes work, when you get close enough to somebody, you realize you can't really look in both eyes.
Right.
So y'all picking and choosing which eye to look. Like you
I
still
don't
have to
look
only
at-
look at
listen,
one eye.
I don't
like you
look
can't.
at-
Like,
listen,
you get what I'm saying? Like you're still not looking at each other's eyes.
I feel
listen.
mad stressed out, yo.
Oh my god.
out.
Yo, I'm just gonna kiss a random person when I leave him. Like, what are you doing? Oh, this just in. Chip was caught. He's in jail. Hashtag not me too.
Yo, I'm feeling like I still don't fully understand. Okay. Darren,
I know I said we're gonna stop.
Darren,
with
I'm
the
talking
I
to
head.
can't look at you.
Darren, talk to
I
me.
need a
Yes,
sip
Don't
right
look at
now.
me, but listen to me.
Yes,
Darren,
Trying to figure out.
are your eyes open when you kiss? Yes or no?
they are partly open.
What? What is
They
that
either
even mean?
open or not.
They're open. They're just not
You
all the way.
squinting at
It's not like they're wide
Remember
open.
that
Like
point
I'm
when I
like.
said after an hour it gets kind of ridiculous.
Oh, this is amazing. Y'all need to drink an hour before. From a
If we
guest
ever got here
perspective.
on time, we
Yo,
would.
That's
I would never drink Hennessy on air again.
This is amazing.
Because it's all
yo.
Hennessy shit. Like,
Wait, stop. Hold on, man. So, your
Please delete
eyes-
this. Sponsored by Hennessy.
so one eye is partially open, you're saying?
no.
Darren C.
Darren,
Darren C.
he knows see. He don't know if he see.
So you're not looking
All right,
at
let's
your
ask
wife.
this question
I'm
differently.
not looking at her.
As you're kissing, do you see anything?
Today's.
No, I don't. Like, I see like her lips.
So you're looking at her lips.
Yeah.
But is your
Out of
eyes squinted? Are you like this?
No,
or are you
like,
like
it's
this?
just like they're not closed.
Are you like this? Yeah, yeah.
I can tell you that. I can tell you they're not closed. Why did I bring
Are you
this
keeping
up?
your glasses on?
Bell, we love you.
I'm gonna take off my glasses every time you
I'm
kiss.
asking you.
My glasses are usually on.
So you
wait.
got vision.
I can see clearly.
wait, hold on.
I can see clearly now.
now
The rain
kiss
is
is on.
gone.
The kiss is gone. So
my
what is she looking at when?
I don't know because I'm not
Everybody
looking
at home,
at her
please
eyes.
kiss your spouse and get right back to
Yo,
her, right?
for real.
Like, for real. Kiss right now.
You never asked her what she looking at? How you know how?
Yeah, so we had the conversation, and she was like, I don't close my eyes generally. And I was like, all right.
So she can't commit to an answer either. My eyes are kind of closed. They're not closed, but they're not really open.
I don't know how
And
y'all
she
made a
just looks at
baby.
Clint.
How you know how y'all made baby?
You found your soulmate, bro.
Yeah, that's my
That's what
soulmate.
I'm
Y'all
saying.
ain't even
That's
into
what's
each
up.
other. Y'all just looking at other shit when you kissing.
Oh my lord. Yeah.
1 second of Netflix queue. The other one's looking how dirty the floor is.
The bed is not made.
Oh my
That
lord.
would be my wife to be like, the floor's mad dirty. After we kiss, she's like, let me get the mop.
Yo, she gonna
Yo,
be so
this
mad
is-
at you.
She's
I know
been
this.
so mad, baby.
There's no way. There's no way. We do not all pay attention to our next kiss.
I tried, baby, to
tonight
explain
Jen's gonna
this.
be like this.
Yo, Jen,
Jen's gonna be
we need
calling
you to
this.
come back and report.
All right, for real.
I'm not a serial killer like he is. I have nothing to
No,
report.
she needs to go live and report on scene. On
live.
site, I just kissed him.
You know
Guess
what? How
I
about
did
I-
not look at him.
Nah, I can tell you right now, that shit don't happen in my life.
So you close your eyes every single time.
I do.
I don't recall
Every
ever
single
seeing
time.
it.
Mwah.
Yes.
Eyes closed.
As a youth,
I
when you learn to
can't. I
kiss,
can't
it's like close your
imagine
eyes and
kissing with
kiss.
my. Even if I was pretending
Well,
kissing his cup.
quick peck is kind of like.
But even then, I feel like my eyes are closed.
Even
when
if I
do
blow a
that.
kiss
They're
to
not
somebody.
closed.
Who are you telling? Their eyes ain't closed.
Listen, I'm gonna blow a kiss to the camera.
Closed.
Your eyes
Closed.
purposely.
No, it's it's
a thing.
instinctual.
Well, I guess I'm a serial killer. 'cause
How many
I just-
people you
I
killed?
definitely like.
You are
Don't
a
worry
serial
about
killer. You're a whole sociopath.
Really under that couch. Have you noticed it ain't moved? No one ever sits on it.
That
Yo,
is true. Hey,
forensic
don't sit
files.
on
That's
that
how we
couch,
started.
dude.
Forensic files, yo. We're
That's
about
why
to do
he
a
forgot
swab
to
on
hit
that.
record last time.
because he was
why?
concerned about
He
what's
had
on
a
the
body.
This guy, man.
He didn't clean up well the luminol. Fuck. Oh, that is hilarious.
Judge me if you will.
Things that make you go,
Ladies and gentlemen, please report back to the Please Delete This podcast. Whether can
Go
we do the
kiss
poll?
somebody. Just
Can we
kiss
do a poll
somebody.
on people who kiss their eyes?
Kiss somebody
I'm curious
right now.
now. Fuck.
That is hilarious.
Darren, I still have questions. We'll do it off air.
Nah, we're doing this shit on air. So when,
I'm
when
asking this on
when
Saturday.
you stroking,
Ah.
eyes open or closed.
Wow.
That's a combination of though, because I don't mind. I don't mind if you get to see. You need to go see titties. You need to see the reaction.
I'm gonna say my eyes are generally open.
So
But
how does
closed
the
and
kiss
closed
thing
too.
come right to you, but you don't know what you're doing when you're beating?
I know what I'm doing when I'm
This
being.
podcast is taking
Your eyes
a lot
open
of
and closed.
I mean, both. I don't need my eyes to know
You
what
know
I'm
what?
doing.
I can tell you one complaint I did get was
Stevie
you
Wonder.
don't make any noise.
Got mad kids.
Like I did get that before. Someone said you don't make any noise. And I'm like, what do you want me to sound like the movies? Like no, it's
Yeah.
focused, yo.
That's
You know
that's
what I mean?
interesting.
Somebody
one from
complained
women.
about you not making noise.
Or question like why I don't make noise, and I'm like, what guys?
That's
did you
funny.
date?
Did she say that you weren't into her?
No, I don't. I
mean,
think
one
it
of
was
some
just
people
like
that
just like him with his
gauge-
eyes thing. It was
Jen
just
is
like
like,
it was
this
just
is
something she
amazing.
just acts like, you know, like
Wait.
I'm like, yo, I'm focused, Joe. We locked in, trying to make sure that you
I don't want to
respond.
be breathing on the mic and people think I'm breathing because like I got stuffy nose, so I just want to move the mic.
Yeah, right. But I did hear that before.
That's
And
funny. I don't think I would ever hear somebody complain about somebody not making noise.
I think
I
it was
see a
just
meme about it
they
this week.
questioned it like why?
Like,
don't
because
you-
it's almost like you're not
and like
enjoying
I
it.
tell every young lady, like, if you make any comments on what I do, I just feel like you're just letting me know what you're used to and what everyone before me did. You know what I mean? So it never flatters me. But you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even when they say something about size, it's like if you tell me like, oh my god, I'm like. It just
I don't
makes me
either.
feel like everybody else been
You're
smaller.
reminding me that
yeah,
mad
like,
dudes-
Yeah,
and
I ain't feeling like I'm a
boo.
stallion. I'm just feeling like the last guy was not. So like it's not going to my head and going, you know. So
But there's some people that gauge their like pleasure off noise, and other people that gauge like, am I doing a good job by what they're
no,
saying?
I understood it, but it's never. I thought it. I didn't know I needed to sound like I was a movie.
Yeah, and if it doesn't happen organically, like it's either she's doubting her performance or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because why do you need that from me if it isn't happening?
And regardless,
naturally?
every new experience is gonna be like a reference,
Right.
Because you only know what you know.
Jen,
Good job. No.
this is a podcast. You gotta say something. Okay, that's
Are
fine.
you quiet, Jen?
I'm being quiet for their sake.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. But I
I'll trust her,
appreciate it.
though.
I was gonna say I appreciate it though. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You see, I say thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jen. for being the something.
Jen, was it you? I feel that commented on a meme the other day that was like, if you had a cookout, fellas, if you had a cookout, and do you expect your woman to bring you a plate?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's get misogynistic.
All right. So the question was something like, if fellas, if you're in a relationship, should you ever have to get your own plate?
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Can you answer that?
That probably was from Blackish because I just saw an episode about that.
That was a good episode of Blackish.
Nah,
Okay.
it was alright.
All right. Cool.
Jen, do you have a take?
I don't really have like.
I mean, I don't have a problem with getting a man a plate.
But
she always, when she says that, she always says, "I'm old school."
True. But I like to,
but I think the question more is, do you feel like it's your obligation?
Right.
I don't feel like it's my obligation,
if
but
he just sitting there like this, if we go to the thing and your man sitting like this and he kind of like giving you that like
bitch, get up.
Yeah, are you just like, okay, or are you like, hey, you better check that. I don't mind doing it, but you better check that.
Yeah, more like that. Like, it's kind of like how, you know me, like I used to give a lot of people rides at work. I don't need to give employees rides.
Right.
I don't mind. You know what I mean? You get home, I'm going home, we're all leaving. Let's fucking go home. Yeah. It's not a big deal. But when you start...
Sometimes she lets you go home early with her, so you're like 15 minutes extra. Yeah, I need that ride. Yeah.
But
not saying that ever happened
if they turn around and be like, oh, Jen, you need to give me a ride home.
Nah, fam.
Everybody knows how my attitude gets.
Yeah, I don't need to do nothing.
Shit, nigga, I would drive by your house and purposely not take you home. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
So it's not even like a situation of where I feel like I need to do it, but I don't mind doing it. I think it's fine.
I think sometimes it's not even like a road thing. I think
right.
If you bring your partner to a place where they're your friends,
right.
they might not be comfortable getting up. Like I'm just a social extrovert, so I'll be, hey grandma, hey, I'll take that. But and I'm picky about what I eat. But I think if you are the one bringing someone with you, then naturally you might want to go get the plate because they're not comfortable. At least say like, come with me.
And
but
that's another great way of looking at it.
I don't ever expect anyone I'm with to do anything. Like even like I'll tell you the truth, I'm so used to. Like I wake up, don't make my bed, may give a kiss with my eyes closed, and then when I leave, right, I usually I don't come home until it's time to go to bed. So it's interesting with me where I've been with women who actually are so used to cooking for somebody that like they're bothered by the fact that I won't say let them cook. There's no routine of them cooking and me come home, but I'm just not used to that. I'm just so used to on the go and hustling. So it's kind of like that. That was even interesting, and I'm like, yo, like I'm thinking like, yo, you don't have to cook.
Yeah,
for me.
I'm
like,
doing you
just because you're a woman doesn't mean like you don't feel to play that role for me because I'm not looking for it.
Not expecting.
You know what I mean?
But even that, like I'm not used to cooking for someone or whatever. Like
no, but you said you cooked earlier.
I did. I didn't cook today. I made sandwiches.
You
keep misconstruing my words, sir. It's because you light skinned.
Oh, but I'm still a.
JK. But yeah, like it's not even about like I'm used to cooking for somebody, but I enjoy bringing joy to other people.
Joy.
So joy. So if
I was written by R. Kelly, be quiet now. I'm playing.
Wow.
I'm just joking.
So if I'm with somebody, I like bringing them comfort or making them feel good. So if they are with me in a place and it's time to eat and I sit there and I'm like, nah, I just completely refuse to eat your plate, like that almost makes a person feel kind of bad, like damn, you know what I'm saying? Like if I asked somebody to get me something and I was just like, and they were just like, nah, I'd be like, wow, I feel kind of hurt by that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a small gesture.
But I could co-sign she is like that because like those when we did work, like bruh, sometimes I wouldn't be hungry. She was so excited to tell me that she found a place that had a meat alternative. She really be like,
she's like,
while looking at that. So she and then while I'm looking at it, then she'll be like, no, but I saw this and that sounds cool. And then every time I brought it back, I would like, Jen, you want to look at it, don't you? And she'd be like, yeah,
I want to see it.
That looks nice, cool.
No, she's good like
Jen,
that.
you want a small piece? Yeah, interesting. But like she is very sincere like that.
Like I don't really want the vegetarian food, but it's just like you got to eat and you don't have to eat that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is they do vegetarians. I don't know. Like Jen Snacks is my thing. Like I like bringing things that I enjoy to other people that I care about. Like it's just
you're a real one.
You know what I mean?
So, but I asked the brothers, if you got a cookout, do you expect your woman to get you a plate?
I expect nothing from no one. I was actually telling the woman this last night because then that leaves area for disappointment. So, do I expect it? No. Sometimes I'm particular. I want to see what they got. I want to be able to pick certain shit that I know I'm probably going to like or want to try. So, I'm not expecting that. But if it happens, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, shorty, she loves to go fix me a plate on her own, not because I want to.
Right.
So she bring it back. Hey,
Let
God
me
bless
feed
you.
my man.
God bless you.
You know what I'm saying? It's different when the woman.
I don't expect it either.
Yeah, it's different when the woman voluntarily likes doing that
Right.
versus when the man's like, you need to go make a plate. Then
That's a little wild.
Then it's
But I
over.
expect if you go to cookout without me, I expect you to bring back a plate back. I do expect us to have some leftovers
That's
for
a good
days.
question.
Word.
If a girl goes to a cookout, do you expect her to bring your plate? That's a good
If she
one.
love me, bring me food back, please. Come on. Come on.
What if she don't?
I wouldn't throw a hissy fit about it, but I would appreciate it.
Everyone like leftovers though.
Yeah, especially if you texted me from the venue, or if I can't go for some reason because I got work or whatever. Oh, you go? Damn, I wanted to go. Hey,
See what they got.
you know.
I mean, we like to just be known that we're thought of too.
right?
You know what
right.
I mean? We like to. I do like to be able to say, nah, it's okay, as opposed to, oh, you didn't think of me. I mean, we like the little things too.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
But I
usually in
don't
the
think
form of
it's
food.
you better and you need to
Yeah,
because
nah.
you're my woman. Like those things. I don't even think a lot. I think a lot of that stuff is very blurred and.
Yeah.
A lot, and plus, most couples you have like where everyone's working so hard and like everyone got their own individual routine that
Right.
you're not even thinking about it. You're kind of all just trying to get to the next point and get
Right.
to each other.
A lot of stuff becomes shared now.
Yeah,
especially.
exactly.
Yeah, ain't no egg turners around here, my G.
Nah, not at all. Not this way.
Jen, you all right? Is that just pure Coke or you got Hennessy in there? Coke.
So in that same realm, you are at a cookout with your significant other, and then another woman brings you a plate.
Whoa.
Hold on now.
Whoa.
We need context because
Whoa.
certain
other
women
we'll
it's
say,
allowed.
We'll say, okay, you at a friend's house.
Oh.
So it's not the friend; it's like a sister of the friend that knows you, maybe knows knows you're in a relationship.
Yep.
You know, just trying to be friendly.
Yep.
Hey, I brought you a plate.
Trying to be
While
friendly.
your
She's
woman's
trying to be
next to you.
messy.
That's gonna get me in trouble. That's gonna get almost
you don't
any guy
accept.
in trouble. No, you accept.
You accept, but you don't eat.
Like, want some? Instantly before you take a single bite. Hey, babe, wow, she brought us a plate. Us.
us
You
a
want
plate.
some?
Come on.
That potato salad looks great.
I'm about to ask her if she's trying to go home with us. That plate might end up to a lovely dessert.
I like this guy. I like
real.
this guy.
Forward
man.
thinking. That's that third eye shit. man. I'm telling you, third eye.
That might be her signal because she definitely knows what she did and she's approached and I think it's like kind of
Y'all proud of yourself right now?
What are you talking about?
I was gonna say I've been threatened both while my wife was next to me and while she wasn't there. Like, if anybody brings you a plate and you accept it and you eat it, don't come home.
Oh.
Like she's giving me that.
'Cause you ain't saying
Then you
us.
flip it on her and go, babe, you talked into existence. Do you see how powerful you are? Like, if you didn't even ponder that, and when it
It would have to
manifest,
happen.
it's not therefore the true test wasn't a test to me. It was you showing that you had these abilities, and therefore we should eat this together.
Darren will fuck that whole
He
show.
said,
Oh,
together,
shut up.
get it?
I'll just be like,
Hey, now
babe.
kiss me. Eyes open. Oh man, that's hilarious, man. That is hilarious.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
That is funny, man.
Oh, fuck.
I'm naming the ice bucket Rihanna. So
What? What does that have to do with anything?
I thought of it earlier. I just want to throw it in now.
Why Rihanna?
Because I love Rihanna and I love the ice bucket and she's bronze and Rihanna's bronze and I
I
have
so thought I was gonna get a quote from a song. Or something.
Me too. I was waiting
Yeah.
for like what song?
Nah.
Did she have a song
She's
called
like-
Ice
We'll do a
Bucket?
couple of my favorites real quick.
What's your favorites?
Favorite Rihanna joint?
Rihanna? Let's not get into it.
Hey, I said it on one of the earlier podcasts.
Skin?
Kiss it better.
Ooh.
Kiss it better.
That is dope.
Kiss it better.
Oh, I know mine. Okay.
What's
Sex
yours?
with Me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a great one actually.
Yeah, I love the guitar on
The
that.
one when
Kiss
she
it
goes,
better.
come and put my name on it. That one's pretty.
Cake?
Cake, yeah. Because like as a like
Darren started
when that
twerking.
comes out,
Ew.
just like as a dude, you just kind of just picture like
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at he's biting his lip and all that shit.
for real, man. Like,
Rihanna
that,
is
Did you
great.
see her
that
put
whole
up her
album was
pictures of
banging.
her new lingerie?
Oh yeah, I definitely stopped.
seen
and
that,
Like
paused.
right?
she's wearing
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Rihanna, she looks good in every form that she has shown us.
I don't know if you're gonna find it, but I have it.
Oh, I de- I
So
definitely
with
saw that early
Instagram?
day.
Or?
You know what's
It's on
crazy? You know what's so funny about that? I was scrolling and I saw it in front of my 12-year-old son.
Oh, boy.
And I stopped and I looked at him. I kept going. But then when he looked away, I brought it right back down.
Bring it on down.
My
Yeah.
phone won't even flip.
Yeah.
Just for the people on the who are listening, everyone is on their phone feverishly.
Shout out to Jen
check
for
out.
putting us on.
Why my phone
Because-
won't even flip? Alright.
yeah.
Don't you hate when you put the bad girl and then you get all the fake names?
Yeah, and it's her.
Riri underscore.
Right.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
look at that.
Baby, I didn't look at the pictures. I didn't look at it. I feel dirty. Baby, I didn't look at the pictures.
Hey, we're
I
getting
didn't look at
ready
the
to get
pictures.
that baby out.
There's two pages.
I
There's
didn't
that
look
one.
at. I didn't look at them,
There's
Jen.
that one.
Jen, I didn't look.
And then there's that booty
this
one.
one.
The booty one's a better
That
one.
was
Jen,
a
I
better
didn't
one,
look.
So this is
That was
what
a good
you
one.
and your girl look at tonight
Yeah,
when y'all
this
kiss.
is a good one.
It's
I'll put it on the TV.
It's like this.
I'll get me
turn
in
her
trouble.
face and shit. Look, baby.
I'll get me.
You got it
Oh,
like that.
I got me in
There's
a good amount of
certain
trouble.
people, man, like your girl just gotta understand, baby.
You know who's
Henceforth,
sexy? in
I
my
get
She
it.
show?
just
Rihanna.
got it. She just got it. All right, I'll look. Ice Bucket is now named Rihanna.
Thank you.
That's funny, yo.
Oh,
We love her.
Darren, what were you gonna say, beloved?
Probably someone's gonna get me in trouble. You know who's sexy in lingerie?
He is definitely gonna
Ooh,
get
he
me.
get himself in trouble.
No. Well, the good
Your
thing
wife?
Yes.
Let's do that again, all right? Let me say it and then you just respond.
Okay, go ahead. Set it up.
You know who's
My
sexy
wife.
in lingerie? That is an amazing answer. But who else is sexy in lingerie? Because I know you have another thing.
So, and the good thing again,
You're a team player.
the great,
Good job, brother.
the great thing about my wife is I could be honest with her, and she knows all this. I think her name is Ashley Graham.
Okay. Go ahead.
She looks.
I don't know
She,
who it is.
she, her.
Thank you.
I think
Funny.
her.
It's the plus size Victoria's Secret model.
I knew she'd probably do plus size.
Yeah.
I know Darren.
Whoa.
Come on, Jen.
Yo. Yo.
I don't disagree. I mean, you're right though, but come on, Jen. Confidence is
Right.
oozing out of her just steps. And I forgot when the video came out, but she has a video of her walking down the runway with lingerie on, and it's like, wow.
And she's with a brother, by the way. But
Oh, she is.
it's something. Some people just exude sex appeal,
Mm-hmm.
and she has it. And because my girl, she's a huge fan of her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, oh, actually, you know all that shit. So I was like, let me follow her on Instagram and see what she hyping about. And I told her, I followed her, and then I instantly unfollowed her. I don't need to be looking at her.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
I don't
It's
need
like
to be
Takara.
looking
It's not
at
like
her.
I'm just out
Let me
here.
ask you,
Next
I
top model.
got an interesting question for this, though, right?
Yeah.
So, someone like Ashley Graham, who you might be even more attracted to because of her confidence in her lovingness, if they then proceed to lose weight,
Oof.
Yeah.
like is that do you lose attraction? Did they fall into something that had more means? Like, do they now have to maintain that image because they are now like a
Yeah,
beacon
yeah,
of the-
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they're just them.
I
mean,
completely-
they're just them.
I know
But,
exactly
like,
what you're saying.
Because someone who is put forth in that now gives a lot of other women just more little
Confidence,
like,
yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
we're here, we arrived.
Right.
I've always loved my curves, but when they go to start, like, think about like Jennifer Hudson,
Monique,
like she legit Monique, like.
who relished
'Cause
in
you-
I'm big and I'm big, but now she's lost mad weight.
And
So-
I'm not knocking them, but does
Yeah.
that kind of mess up what they were hit for, or do we just root them on because they're the best version of them?
That's a great question.
So I think initially,
How you gonna come on the show and ask us questions?
My bad. Because I see my brother put it in my head.
See that?
Inception.
Yeah, see the third eye, Jen.
Yo,
You see
bro,
the first two.
these are just.
She ain't woke. She ain't woke.
Yes. So I think initially their message is not just big girls, plus size and it's beautiful. I think it's being comfortable in your own skin
Word.
is beautiful. Whether you big, you small, like as long as you're happy with you. So I guess, but like I have affection to thick women, and if Ashley Graham were to lose weight, or one of these other people we mentioned before that were thicker before and now lose weight, like they're still beautiful in their own right, and as long as they're comfortable and happy with them,
They
great.
just don't do it for you.
But they probably don't do it as much as they did when they were big, because I just have a preference.
And if it's their
To that.
choice and they did it in a way and that's where they
Yeah.
wanted to go,
I
with
would've
it,
knocked them and
then
be like,
then,
"Oh, you bitches are ugly
I
now."
always wonder that because you have some people that come on the forefront, and I'm not saying that sometimes you don't even own the cause that you put upon, but I always wondered that, like, does a weight loss journey now go against? But I mean, it makes sense when you said as long as you're comfortable with you and you're happy with you, that's what it is, man.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's probably some fans that reach out to them for those who lose
Cause
weight.
you know how Rihanna was getting bashed, and she always just like, yo, I'm me.
I'm me. Yeah,
She
I don't
looked
care
good
if I put
every
on a couple
single.
pounds.
She's
Yeah.
looked good in every
I put on a
version.
couple of pounds.
Yeah.
Well, I know I did.
I mean,
Jen, we know you're out here flourishing.
But
Don't worry,
listen,
you good,
as
brother.
long as I think the bigger message is as long as you're happy with you and you're comfortable in your own skin, and that's all that matters. If you big and you feel like I'm not comfortable, I need to lose weight, then do you lose weight? Like, if anybody knocks you for it, fuck them. Like, as long as you're happy with you.
And that is interesting though, because some people do get notoriety because they're not the norm.
Yes.
And
Right.
then like sometimes even some actors, you're like, oh, she was so confident, but in a way, we're kind of shaming her as if she wasn't supposed to be.
Exactly.
And then you see that actress in like 4 or 5 other movies. I
Yeah.
think there was what's that movie? It's like a singing movie.
How are you supposed to get off of that?
Pitch Perfect.
Okay, yeah,
Perfect Pitch.
yeah, with
Like
the
there was
bigger
a,
woman in
and
there?
she was just like after she hit it and everything, but then it gets to the point where you're kind of like, are you guys exploiting her? And does she have this, you know what I mean, that she only getting these roles because of that? Or because
right.
she is the black norm. So it's just, it could go either way, but I always was fascinated with that. Or even like every now and then when, you know, the dark-skinned model gets put up to prominence and then they get every role or the dark-skinned actress all of a sudden because Hollywood goes like, and you see them in the audience like,
all that being wild extra.
Or that 10 Slave movie this year, you know what I mean? It's like, but then you see this wave where it's like, it might open the door for this thing, but it's not like 10 more came up.
Right.
That same person got 10 more roles. So like, there's
Mm-hmm.
always like this kind of wave in media where they have. You know, it's just interesting, man.
That is
I'm not
interesting.
even putting an opinion on it, but I just noticed that that's always something.
It becomes trendy.
Yeah, right.
And not even trendy for everyone, for that person.
And it's like they're saying, "Oh, she's so beautiful," as if she wasn't before, as if she needs your validation,
Right.
as if your stamp made her her. Like we from our perspective, we always get what it meant.
Right.
I know what's happening with that person maybe in New York that's looking at. So I feel like when we're talking about melanin, just to let you know, melanin, I am of melanin. But you kind of always know what it is. Like I know my logo being a brown face, I know what it does. If you think I'm hip, if you think what I do is dope, and if I'm from Providence, anytime a little kid sees that can be
Damn right.
inspiration. And I embrace that, you know what I mean? But then at the same time, it's kind of like when you only get things because of that and you don't send out, it's kind of like you got to kind of, which happened to Chappelle a little bit too, you got to kind of try to control the narrative a little more. You know?
And the older we get, I'm starting to notice it more and more and more and more. They try to be subtle with it, but it's like, there's some pandering going on here.
Like when you watch old McDonald's and Walmart commercials.
Yo,
I hate
fam.
Walmart commercials.
Calvin.
when I watched Calvin like
so
a
cool
couple
when I
months
was
ago,
young.
when we were younger, right?
When we were
He was
and
cool.
I reposted the Calvin video on Instagram recently, and I'm like, yo.
And I said, know what I said when I saw it? Calvin? Like, I was happy.
Right. And then you watch it, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That Calvin commercial's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be crazy.
No, it's nuts.
They be crazy.
Don't laugh at me,
But but Calvin had a job. though.
Calvin had a job, and his friends was like, "Oh,
And everything was
I wanna
extra
get
soulful
fresh
and-
threads." Like Calvin.
But then you look at that too, and then it's like, but
My stomach.
someone talks like that. It's just so.
Like here.
it's just so
no. The Calvin commercial. Don't even say somebody told
I'm
it.
gonna
The
die.
Calvin commercial was.
Nah,
way
no, it
over the
pissed
top.
me more of that.
There'll be no
That
episode
first
if I keep
rap
drinking
McDonald's
tomorrow
out.
morning.
Big Mac McDLT, quarter pounder with some cheese fillet, fish, cheeseburger, hamburger, Happy Meal. Like
Did it piss you off? Or did you learn the lyrics?
because I was young and there was a contest, all right? I know how I remember that, but I don't remember if I kissed with my eyes open. I don't know these things, yo.
Yo, that kissing thing.
It's what your mind chooses to remember, man.
It is true, man. But yeah, that's funny. Yeah, but you're always trying to figure out, like you say, I appreciate the representation, but did y'all do this? Because you just,
Is it genuine?
Yeah.
Is it genuine? That's all. Like, what's it for? Are you gonna uplift more of the chocolate sisters, like the super dark ones, or is it just the one that you're gonna keep, putting in everything just because the name's there, the fame is there already?
She's riding out, and everybody's on that wave.
Yeah, is it genuine?
And you know what? I think thinking about that, I love the generation I love the time frame that I lived in because, like, I remember, like, Eddie Murphy movies were just movies.
Yeah.
You didn't really look at Boomerang as anything. It was just a dope movie.
It was a dope movie. I didn't even think of it as a black movie.
It's at Harlem Nights. Like, they were just
they were
dope,
just dope
and they
movies.
had cultural ensembles and everything, but it's like good acting, high quality actors. It wasn't as much as like now it's like when you get these superstar things, it's like, oh my God, they came together.
Yeah.
And that's a genre. But like coming up late, like those they were classic and that you just saw a great movie, and a lot of that isn't even existing.
I won't even
Don't
say
look
it's
at
a
me.
gem.
Don't
'cause
look at me.
Which
She
I
doesn't
know,
watch
which I know
movies.
about Bingo Long and the Traveling All Stars. Yeah, I don't know. Pryor, huh? What's his name with the hair?
Gene Wilder.
What's his name?
white guy?
Billy
D. Williams?
Billy D. Williams was in it.
Colt 45?
A young Pryor, I think I said already. James Earl Jones.
Yeah, like they were just super stunned, and they just did it because.
Yeah,
man,
there was just
they
a bunch of
it was
black-
I'm
dope.
kind of with you there, John.
Thank
You don't know about Bingo Long and the Traveling All Stars?
Yeah, I know all about it, man.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Dope
we
movie,
need-
man.
So that's
Classic.
me.
If I
more
hear
of
Bingo
that.
Long, I'm not thinking of them niggas.
All right, time for Jen to go. All right.
So, I think we got a couple more minutes to wrap
That
up.
was funny.
Um,
Her eyes are low. Guess I'm driving home.
Yo, y'all see about Jeff Bezos, yo?
Nah, what happened now? The
Yeah,
Amazon
y'all
guy?
know, the Amazon owner.
Oh yeah,
He's
They're
getting divorced.
Divorce is looming
Yo, 140 what is it, billion?
with a B. Yeah.
She's
She's
a winner.
And that's just talking about the split.
She's a winner.
That's crazy.
But-
But she also did, honestly, through the testimony of both of them.
Yeah.
She pushed him towards it. So,
Right, she helped.
like, she's been part of his rhetoric. She
She helped. She owns shares in the company.
owns shit. So, I mean,
But
It'd
that's
be-
just always, anytime somebody's like, okay, it didn't work out half. It doesn't.
I'm not
sit
gonna
right
lie,
with me.
yo, and I'm gonna say this to the camera. Should I get? No, I actually already told people like we can have the wedding, but I'm not signing paperwork.
Because when the law gets involved, it gets a little weird.
And honestly, it's not a lack of love. It's just like it's so easy to get married, but why is it so hard to get divorced?
Come on now.
Well, because
Because
marriage was the institution that was introduced for legal purposes.
And I get that, but what I'm saying is, it should be just as easy to get divorced. But
As
then
it
when you
is to get
have the
married.
legal people, like,
Yeah.
you don't even talk to your ex-wife. You end up talking to her lawyer.
lawyer, fam.
And then it's like, then he's like, I don't. That's my whole thing is like, I want to be able to say, it didn't work out. Love you, bye.
Yeah.
And so I will have the wedding. I will have the ceremony. I will have the ceremony, but I
Bye,
do
Jen.
not see myself ever signing a piece of paper.
One of the fellas, when we were having a little powwow, said almost like sports. Look at weddings or marriages like contract-wise, right? So you get married and you do like a rookie contract, so to speak, right? So the first year or 3 years, you determine the terms, but we sign a contract, and then a year before the expiration, we have the option to renew based on how the relationship's going. And you can put your different stipulations in the contract, but it's between y'all, and it's legally binding. But when you bring in the law, they're determining everything, the nature of the relationship, the kids, and all. Y'all can determine it between the both of y'all together and not have it be messy.
And I do believe if I ever was to get married, I don't care how much money I don't have, I need a prenup. Because I just need and for her too. Like I don't believe that if you have money and we leave, I should have your
entitled.
money.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't even feel like I should be entitled to what you do if we had some separate things going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know
but
what I mean?
I feel like that also kind of boils down to the relationship. Like, you know, I've gone through a divorce, and my kid's mom, although we butt heads, we were both under the impression that as long as if it came to the girls, then we were both responsible
That's
for
it.
it. Otherwise than that, like
But she's not trying to charge you her lifestyle fee.
Right.
exactly,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. So that, and I feel like because I've been in that, like I'm in a good position where I don't have to deal with that. I feel like for people that have to go through that, like, was it really love?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, and that kind of like stinks. But if me and, like, God forbid, me and Clarabelle break up, we divorce, like, and she's like, yo, you make income off this property, although you're taking care of your kid, I need you to give me such and such amount just for living. Like, I'm like, like, we're supposed to kind of be helping each other out as best as we can,
Yeah.
although we're not together romantically.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah, it's
Like,
Yeah, that's why I don't believe I'll ever get married.
yeah, and I believe like the system is a little archaic when it comes to that. I don't know if it's based on because if the woman is gainfully employed, or even the guy like a Kevin Federline is gainfully employed, just because someone earns
Get your hand out my pocket.
just because someone earns a certain amount, you can then take
Yeah.
a substantial amount. Like it never really sat right with me. It's weird. I
you
don't
know,
know.
like I said, I
totally
think it's really, I feel those fathers who unfortunately don't take care of their, or those parents that don't take care of their kids, that's when it's like, okay, like, we need the system in play.
For protection. Yeah.
Exactly. But if you have two parents that are like, oh, you know, like, again, me and Valerie, we both said we'll share the cost for the kids 50-50. At some time, she's not able to share the cost, and I take the foot of the
Isn't
bill.
alimony involved even when they aren't kids?
Yeah, alimony. Yeah, yeah.
You know, I get half your pension, you know, when you retire. I
Why
get
you're
this.
sleeping
And
with
it's
the
like,
next man.
but
Or
like,
vice versa.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's like,
straight.
why?
Oh
Like, you
my
know, like,
God. I'm straight,
do you
yeah.
really want, like, I feel like a piece of shit if I got remarried and then I look at my wife and I go, hey, you want to go to Jamaica? Because I'm getting half of my ex-wife's pension.
That hurts.
Yeah, that's what it's like, but for what? Like,
That's
I don't know.
That's different. We just got dark. Can we bring this back?
Literally.
Jen, see what happens when you leave, Jen?
Shit. Yes. She don't care. What you eating, my G?
Pretzels.
Oh, your pizza?
My pizza.
My pizza?
Piece of
I felt like that wasn't a segment for me, so I went and peed.
Because why would you contribute when it comes to anything that has to do with women?
Brother Chip.
I love us.
Brother Chip, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to everybody watching this, man. Like, it's dope. Jen was like, when I had told her like it would be pretty cool to even be a guest, she's like, really? You think so? Like, yo, every contact with a real human being is valuable.
Word.
And it's not even from a business standpoint. It's just always cool to kind of just talk with people you ain't talked before. So I feel like I gained some more comrades in this thing
sure
called life.
Yeah.
And I will try to do what I can to support y'all, and hence
Yay.
anything in my network, just reach out to me, man. It's just real like that. I think we've fallen behind this surface world, and we kind of forgot the human interaction. So that whole thing will be retro, and then we'll come back, and that's what you just need as you work on the other things. So I just say thank you for having me. This is genuine, like we're legit. This is I do a lot for a lot of people, and that's just what I do. But it's nice to kind of actually have someone say, like, let's delve in a little bit about your whys.
Word.
And I'm actually on a mission to kind of this year bring in a lot of the stuff. Like, I got footage on VHS from fashion shows I did in 1996.
Golly.
Like, and stuff like in high school. So it's like high school, yeah. She did the math. But, hey, I'm 40 years old. I own it. So,
you look younger than all of us. Well, me and Darren, at least.
It's all good. Like, I'm about to be intentional on kind of just telling my whys. And you guys are part of that, so it's pretty cool.
Word, man. I've seen you a million times. It was the first time we really got to chop it up like this. I'm super glad you came to join us. Bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I look forward to the show on Saturday,
Hi,
man.
Fun. What's
ESTRO.
up, thank you. And you can bring your Timbs back to my store.
Stop dry got you.
The warehouse is dirty, the bottoms are dirty.
Bim Jen, shout outs? No shout outs for you guys?
Man, I ain't got no shout out, yo. No, shout out to everybody that'll be performing on Saturday. Shout out to the show. ESTRO, Saturday at FET. I'm going to be there. I'm going to get some merch, and I'm going to watch the show.
It's going to be fun, man.
I like some different flavor, man. That sounds like something that'd be a good time.
Trust me, you're going to go wow. Because I go wow, and I've seen it before.
Yeah.
This is the third time. 3 of the young ladies have been part of every one, so I keep the core, and then every show I introduce 2 new people.
Dope.
And I'm excited, and it's like, it gets easier from my part. Like, I don't even, like, before I would take days off of work on the show days. Yeah. Now I work until 3. What you doing today? and it's funny because, like, even, like, security guard would be like, how was the show? I'll show them the recap video. He'd be like, because they see how, like, I am during the day. Like, that's the show you've been talking about? I'm like, yeah, pretty much my shows are. You down? Cool. The minute everyone says yes, the show's done. I take care of the details, and it's just, like, just show up and be you.
That's
like,
awesome.
If you're you and I love what you do, why do we even need to act like you can't be you? You know what I mean? So I hope that you do come on Saturday, and I just hope that you pull up even when stars align. That will be April, May. I'm already getting people in my DM. Can I be part of it? And I say the same thing. Come have that conversation with me on Saturday.
Word.
Yeah. You know, word, like, I need a little bit of investment because we've been doing our thing, and there's a lot of dope people. Stay Silent, PBD, the Daily Note, Cam Bells with his what he does. There's a lot of curators out there that are really grinding and doing their best to show y'all how beautiful your city is. So please at them, follow them. When you wake up in the morning and you're on the toilet, just check in on our pages too.
Word.
You can still go see Kim Kardashian and Kanye and all them, but just check on us too. Check on Please Delete This and yeah, man, it's dope. It's dope. This is organic, yo. This is awesome.
Jen?
I just want to shout out to BDQ. Move on. Thank you.
BDQ.
I said move on, nigga.
Why is she so mean? Why are you so mean?
Because I can be.
Hennessy. That's what it is.
It is Hennessy. So I don't drink this shit. I like to drink Honey Jack. Shout out to Honey Jack. Shout out to Honey Jack.
Yo, we need to
chocolate.
zoom in on how low her eyes are right now.
Listen, mind your whole business.
Mind your whole business.
When the Henny of the system.
Your whole business.
I mean, so shout out to that. Shout out to whatevs. And shout out to Ben Mine and his whole business.
You right, my G.
And shout out to my sneakers. Shout out to Chip for joining
Sneakers
us.
fire. Chip fire.
Shout out to Expressions.
Yes.
Shout out to these guys because whatever.
Yes.
Yeah,
shout out to URI because I love your sweater.
Hey,
And
you got me this one.
Did I really?
You ain't grabbed it from me.
Oh, that's right. Because I.
Yes, sir.
2001.
Yes, sir.
When we graduated high school.
Rhode Island bread.
Hey, when we die, we be Rhode Island dead. So go Rhode Island, go Rhode Island, go Rhode Island. URI. Woo!
Sorry, Darren.
CCRI alum, stand up. When you get off that bus, stand up. When you get off the Prairie
That
bus,
just
then
felt
you
like
can
one of
stand
the
up.
moments, huh?
Yeah, man.
It's a
Every
secret
time.
society. All we
ask
ask
is
is trust.
my G.
Every time.
All we ask is loans, CCRI. You know, thanks for that.
My dad went to CCRI.
There we go.
I put
Shout
you
out
in
to
there.
your dad.
I
yo.
got you, no
Yeah,
doubt.
man.
My eyes are
J-Wo.
burning.
That was
So,
hilarious.
I had a quick shout out, and I don't
Shout out
remember
to-
because you
Listen
guys
with
is
your eyes open.
yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Shit. Oh, shout out to our 50th episode coming up soon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we had a.
50.
So listen, we are trying to plan something, but we're like a little bit being quiet about it. So tell them to shut up.
I said kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. So we kind of need like a little bit of feedback from those of you guys who listen to us and rock with us. If we were,
If we
I
were.
mean,
But
hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
if we were to do a live recording of our podcast,
If so.
would you come?
Would you come?
Would you?
Yes. Would you join us?
Sir, madam.
Yes.
trends.
Get the feather pen out.
Listen, we don't want to do a live recording and then nobody show up. Because we can just do that shit here.
How'd you get them angles?
Word.
And I'm not good with cameras, but I've had to get comfortable.
1-on-100, yo, you just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, yo. Like, what's holding you back? Like, kind of. What did we talk about the first hour?
Yeah, you're right.
I told you I don't wait for nothing,
Chip,
bro.
And I was gonna say,
different.
you're so like socially, you encompass more than the three of us combined.
Yes.
So like,
but still, like, if y'all ain't got no cousins, y'all ain't got no immediate family that pull over, then you
I don't want my immediate family.
They need to be there.
No.
You need to be there.
No.
BDQ needs to be there.
Got it. Oh. Jen, I apologize.
Nah, but listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, yo. Like, yo, unapologetically grind, yo. If you put it out here right now, even if you're saying, like, if you feel you got low numbers, whoever's watching right now, they will come. They will bring a friend. And just tell them you're going to do some free giveaways. Yes. I'll give you some merch. I'll give you some art from my friends. So, it will be all your thing.
We got a verbal contract right here.
I'm saying it on camera. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't want, and I'll just be in the audience. You get what I'm saying? Like, but just talking existence and just have fun with it, because that's how you build on it. If you wait for them to build on it, you'll never do it.
But will you come, though?
Yes.
So,
I mean, who makes my schedule?
I'm not talking about you. I still need to know, will the people come, though?
They will.
They'll come. We got to do it. We got to say it with our chest. We're doing one.
With the chip coming, that means about
My
6-7 people
At
will be in
least.
attendance. Yeah, so that's good.
Well, my
But really,
chest?
well, listen, for real though, if you would like to see something like that and you want to be in, come see us live for our 50th. Damn Hennessy.
You had it the first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Let us know. Even if you gotta hit us up independently, or on our IG page, or on our Facebook page, or just text us, or whatever. However you guys get in contact with us, whatever one of us you talk to, let us know, because that's
something that we would love to share with you guys.
Yes.
Being honest, because
Yes.
we could just come back to the basement, do what we do, and
but
we want to share it with
so,
the people.
like about 2 weeks ago, Spark Up PVD, dope energy, dope trio of young talent. They did a live podcast at Gage Hall in Rhode Island College, and it was fun.
Dope.
It was so much fun. You all are engaging. Your personality is already what it is, and so it was fun. It was fun, and I didn't try to pull it. It's me card. I paid my $10. I pulled up, and I supported my friends, and it was a blast. They was talking about situationships. And it was just so amazing.
I have a lot of it.
So I just say, just do it. They will come, and who doesn't come is not necessarily a hater or non-supporter. They'll just come next time.
Yeah.
Some people do need. Someone just said, "I see you." That is weird.
Yo, Chip just instilled some confidence in me, yo.
Yes.
That's
All right,
dope.
Joe.
But we're going to do it. We're going to be there.
Oh,
yeah.
So shout out to Just In Case.
Hey, what up, Justin?
Because if he just said he sees me, that's because he's watching. That's amazing.
So
Justin's cool. He came on before. He was one of our first guests.
Good dude.
So
And he takes Justin actually is my photographer most of my outs.
Yeah.
So anytime I get like a new shirt and I do the outside kind of out and about Providence,
Is Justin
it's
there?
just in case. Yeah, his eye is
dope.
crazy and he's grown amazingly. So for like last about 2 or 3 years, we've been working very close together. So
Good dude.
and he also is plug. He always has a table at my show when Stars Align.
There you go. There you go.
So,
There you go. Shout out to Justin.
See how that? But I wonder if they'll come. You see that? You see what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's like this.
Not even like a
What?
comment on Facebook, like to my phone.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We'll release details as soon as we got them.
It's happening.
Set. But for our 50th.
Why is he struggling with
I
the
don't
word?
know. I feel like the Hennessy's that you didn't say that right.
That's what I'm saying. How he gonna say? What did he say?
You don't even know how
What
you
the
gonna
fuck
say
he
what he
say?
said. What's happening here, yo? I'm about to take a shot.
Because
This
he
is
didn't
amazing.
say. He didn't say how not brown cow. He said the other thing.
I don't know. Something
Noisy
complicated.
noise.
Thank you. He can say that.
But he can't say 50th.
But he can't say 50th. He can't say broad. He can't say.
I've been doing good with brought and brought. That was the same word.
Thank you, Chip. Thank you, because you're not here all the time. Even you said what? Right.
He just said the
Same
same
thing
word.
twice.
Oh man. Oh
Yo,
man.
I swear I'm making the shirt bought or brought. Yeah, I swear I'm making it.
We can sell that at the live
Yes.
podcast. I need one.
Oh, fuck.
Brought, but I need brought to say with a W. Brought.
No, we can't do that.
Brought.
What? Well, because in Creole, like "boat" is box. So if
Nigga.
I
You
if
know
I
what?
say
another language
"boat,"
to justify
yeah,
that.
So no. No. So if I'm saying,
we know what we're saying.
Yeah.
With a W, O-U-G-H-T, bought or bought.
what?
Hey, when the two eyes are open, the third one's closed.
The third one is definitely
The
close.
third one's open.
Bro,
Chip,
you gotta moonwalk with this. Bro.
Word.
You gotta moonwalk. We got
Whatever.
You. We got you.
Whatever.
So say it one more time. The 50th episode.
I'm not saying that.
In
I'm not
3
saying
weeks.
that. I'm not saying that.
Oh, wait a minute. Our 1 year is going to be the first week of February, too. So is that
Yes.
going to be the same time?
Yeah. So actually, the way it falls,
falls?
our 50th episode will land on
On the 1
February
year
1st
anniversary?
That's
to
crazy.
kick off Black History Month.
Hey!
Guys, we have to.
Yes, we have to.
We have to.
We're happy. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, have a good weekend. Have a good day.
Word. Thanks
Enjoy
for
your
the
life.
chip, man.
Make sure,
Thank you for you, man.
make sure you come out to ESTRO.
ESTRO.
Yes,
Say it
on
with
Saturday.
your chest,
I
Darren.
was-
Say it with confidence.
Because I want to say, Jen.
Say it with your vagina.
ESTRO.
Babe in it. Babe in it. Babe
Say it
in
with my
it.
vagina. Word. Word,
Say it
Ben.
with your cunt.
Word. Word.
Darren's got windows open.
Guys, have a good night.
Go ahead.
Thank.